What is up, everybody? We are back in the building. Do me a quick favor. As you come in the room, you know I want you to have the best quality sound, the best audio experience, as well as the best visual experience, which is easy because you're looking at me, right? Um, do me a favor. Give me a 1 as you come in, just to let me know that the audio is okay, and everything else you want to do, go ahead and do it. Whether it's like, subscribe, share, whatever, that's on you. I'm no longer asking people to like, share, or subscribe to my channel, because if you want to do it and you feel like this is bringing some value to your day, you will. What I want you to do is tell me if everything you hear is coming across crystal clear. Today, we got to talk about the death of Black excellence. Everywhere I look, time and time again, I see Black people, a great people, a beautiful people, an intelligent people, a very evolved group of people, a people with a very unique experience in this country. Keyword experience, the things we've gone through and the things we've learned from. Everywhere I look nowadays, I see us settling for mediocrity. Everywhere I look, I see the death of Black excellence. And I have to ask myself, what happened to us? When did we get to the point where they could just give us any old thing, sell us any old thing, tell us any old thing, and we just lay on down and accept it? Which one of our ancestors is we cut from the cloth of that made us these go along to get along, subservient, subpar, accepting Negroes? Please tell me. I haven't been here a long time, but I've been here for a while. I'm fastly approaching 40 years old. I've been around the earth, 30 revolutions around the earth. I've been around the earth 40 times. And in the almost 40 years that I've been on this planet, I always thought of us as a group of people who had a standard of excellence. Yes, there's degenerates among us. Yes, there are people who do stupid things. Yes, sometimes we get on that bullshit and be over here celebrating and advocating for nonsense. But I have never seen a time in my lifetime, or even read about a time in the history of our people, whether it's in this country or back on the continent, where we were so willing to capitulate to mediocrity, or so willing to lay down and accept absolute failure as our status quo, and allow other groups of people, and some of those amongst our ranks who have betrayed us, to convince us to accept it. I look around Black America and I'm like, what is this? I don't recognize it. Everywhere, in every aspect of our society as Black people, I see us just settling for less. I can't even watch damn basketball no more. Something Black people used to excel at. One of those things that you just knew was ours, something that we control. I can't even watch sports no more without watching Black folks sitting up cheering mediocrity, cheering failure, making pointless excuses for people being in positions that they're not supposed to be in. I move over to politics. I see the same damn thing. I look in Black Hollywood, where we for so long have established a standard of excellence. People like Denzel, you know what I'm saying? Black men who've been married to the same woman for 30 and 40 years, making that bag, even though women chase them and fawn over them and get wet for them. They've been married to the same woman for decades. And I look at us just going along to get along with the toxic destruction of the nuclear family in this country, cheering for it, advocating for it. I mean, the people we used to celebrate were people that you could really look up to. Now we over here celebrating people who ain't shit, for lack of a better term. We celebrating people who don't give a damn about their life. So you know they don't give a damn about your life. and have been handed every damn thing anyone could ever ask for. And what do? They take it and then embarrass everybody. Because even though they got everything they could ever want, they got to find a way to mess it up. First person I got to talk about, Tia Mowry. Absolutely the worst of the year. The worst story of the year. Tia Mowry, sister, not quite cute, not quite ugly, right in the middle. Somewhat of a big back, depending on what time of the day it is. Had a great family, a husband who loved her, didn't mind playing the second fiddle to her success or her stardom, which wasn't much. Beautiful kids, loving home, enough money to last her for the rest of her life. That's success. That, in my opinion, is the measure of success. Or at least it used to be. And what does she do? What does she do? She leaves her husband. Why? Because he was cheating on her? No. Why? Because he was beating on her? No. Why? Because he just was doing something underhanded or skullduggerous where she just couldn't tolerate it? He was beating on the kids? No. Just because one of her family members died and she started looking at her life and said, oh, I need to do what makes me happy. So many people caught up on this concept or this idea that everything is on the table for sacrifice as long as it's in the name of their happiness. Dude, some of y'all don't even know what happiness is. Some of y'all wouldn't know happiness if it slapped you across your damn face. But you willing to risk it all in the name of being happy. And then the things you do once you get rid of what you got, those aren't things that are conducive to happiness. This woman went from being a wife, a mother, a celebrity, a person who we used to look up to as kids, somebody we used to talk about, man, back when we was growing up, we used to watch Sister. Wholesome television, not blaxploitation like the stuff you see now, P-Valley and Baddies and all that garbage. Wholesome black television. And she threw it all away to go out in the street and get used and passed around by a bunch of dudes who only gonna rent it and they never gonna buy it. I'm sorry, baby. That thing was manufactured too long ago for somebody to seriously be thinking about that. Not only that, when men look at the way you did your husband who treated you right, what the hell you think they want you for? Why would they? What on God's green earth could they do for you? Other than hit it and quit it, which is what's happening to her now. And are we using her as a cautionary tale? Are we saying, look, don't be like her? Are the women in our community looking at her like, man, I'm glad I ain't that stupid? Hell no. They're celebrating that bullshit. Yeah, girl, you just look in the comments under these videos and these TikToks she making. Yeah, girl, she did what made her happy. She had to do what was best for her. Was it really best for her? Did she go from losing to winning? Or did she start devaluing her win and what she had and left winning in the sense of her nuclear black family that was healthy and happy and chose the path of losing? You was something special. You were a wife and a mother, someone who is envy. People are out here searching high and low for what you already got. And you said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back in the field like I'm Rambo. I'm going to go out in the field like Rambo. And if I did it once, I could do it again. And somebody want this 49-year-old pussy. And she was proven wrong. She was proven wrong. And instead of acknowledging, yo, I was wrong. Instead of them women who cheered her, you know, these women, they cheer when you jump off the porch out of what you got going good. Because you know what they want? They want you to be just like them. If you are a successful person, most people who tell you to do things that are not conducive to your success, they're jealous of you. And they want you to be in the same position as them so they could feel better about where they at the age of 49. A bunch of old big backs pumped Tia Mowry up so much that she thought, I'm going to walk away from my marriage and it's going to be easy. I'm Tia Mowry. Everybody want me. She start confusing likes on social media with real life admiration. Where's her husband at? It's been a year. I promise you, if her husband wanted a new wife, he could have had one within less than a year. Handsome dude. Handsome dude. Good looking guy. Already proven that he's down. He's loyal. He's willing to stick it out within the parameters of a marriage. Do you know there are women dying to have somebody like that? Women who are probably richer than Tia Mowry. Just want somebody loyal. Somebody who's not jealous of their success. And bro, it's all of those things. And now what are we learning? We're learning that boy, if he was really a self-centered, ambitious person, he could have been out here making them M's in Hollywood. But instead, he chose to be a family man. He chose to get his hoe what she wanted, or at least what she said she wanted, until she decided she didn't want it no more. But in our society, that's winning. Fucking your shit up is winning in this society for black folks. We ain't looking at the ancestors no more as the standard. We're not looking at them as the pinnacle, the top of the mountaintop that we climbing towards. We now looking at them as suckers and thinking we could do it better than they ever did it. They don't know what they was doing. Shoot, what's 50, 60 years being married to the same person? That ain't nothing. You know what I would rather do? I'd rather be a 51-year-old nurse freaking walking to work every day because her 25-year-old boyfriend or the dude who fucking her for money that she give him took her car and won't give it back. True story. True story. Okay? This is what we dealing with. These women is out here getting hoodwinked and bamboozled and taken advantage of on the internet, pretending like they living their best life. I don't want to be married. I'm out here trying to live my best life, right? Driving all the way to a city 80 miles away so some dude who don't even respect you can have sex with you. And then if you ask him for $5, you go every night. Let him beat your shit down. And then when you ask him for $5 or $25 to get some gas, he said, what you think I am, a fucking trick? Don't hit me up asking for money no more. True story. Everything is true. This is the new winning. Losing is the new winning. Black excellence is dead or dying. It's a corpse at this point. Our women aren't even respectable anymore because they don't respect themselves. All they respect is the attention that they will garner from putting a business on social media, whether it's good or bad. What's gonna get the most likes? You getting on the news, or in our community, what's gonna get you the most likes? You getting on social media talking about how happy you are with your husband? Maybe if you married to a white dude, or maybe if it's a black man married to an Asian, yeah. But if you get on the internet talking about black on black love and how good we doing, you ain't gonna get no attention. You ain't gonna get no likes. But if you get on there telling all your damn business and your horror story about how you screwed some dude and you met him at the club and you went home and had sexual relations with him, and when he was about to have an orgasm, he screamed out every man for himself, a million views. And we know that a lot of these women, for them, the currency is attention, whether it's good or bad. Losing is the new winning. Look at these shows these women are watching. Baddies in P-Valley. Are those shows about black prosperity and black women coming up and being empowered and, being in the workforce or raising families, happy family? Hell no. It's about black women having one calamity after another befall them and how they survive like a bunch of wounded soldiers to make it to the next episode. And this is what we're celebrating. This is what we're celebrating. Losing is the new winning in Black America. That's Hollywood. Let me go to the next one. Sports. I'm not the only one who sees it. I'm not the only one who see it. King Bald Spot himself. And I ain't clowning because I got a bald spot. LeBron James sorry ass son has now made it into the NBA. Just terrible. Worst basketball player I've ever seen on an NBA court. And anyone who watches him knows I'm not lying. Boy don't know his ass from his elbow. Look like he should be, man, people talking about the G League. That boy should be at the Drew League. Do you hear black people? Some of us are keeping it real. Some of us are keeping it real. This dude is not ready for the NBA. He never will be. He's not a natural athlete. Let's just call it what it is. Boy should have been on the water polo team, maybe. Bro, I watched a game the other day. Him and his father played on the court for the first time. You know, when it's all over, you watch Inside the NBA with Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, and them other old dudes. Usually the top scorers or the people with the best stats are in the stat box. For the first time in my life, for the first time in my existence, and it's probably in the first time in the history of Inside the NBA, somebody's name made it into the stat box. They made it into the stat box without even scoring a single point, without even, I don't even think, clocking a single rebound, without doing anything special. Is this what we've become? Is this what we've become? We used to be the voice of reason. We used to be the people who said, if we can't be men and women nowhere else, we're going to set a standard of excellence on these sports courts, on the court or on the field or on the track. Now we out here celebrating people who shouldn't even be in these positions. Sorry as hell. Celebrating that's our king. Yeah, because he's the son of LeBron James. Hell no. Hell no. I'm not accepting that. I'm showing you right here. This Inside the NBA. Anthony Davis scored 36 points. Anthony Edwards scored 27 points. Rui Hachimura scored 18 points. LeBron James scored 16 points. Bronny James scored nothing. He just played 3 minutes. How do you make it in the stat box just for being on the court for 3 minutes? If that's the case, there's like 10 other dudes who should be in the stat box in front of him because they played more time than him. Where'd they do that at? Where the hell? What is this? Am I in the Twilight Zone where the black community who used to have a standard of excellence, greats, Langston Hughes, Zora Neale Hurston, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Dr. Amos Wilson, Michael freaking Jordan, Magic Johnson with his fruity son, Wilt Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant. I'm talking about giants in these sports arenas, giants in the realm of athletics. We was on top. Now we celebrating Negroes playing 3 minutes in the game while the Europeans is taking over because they still believe in hard work. They don't believe in hard work economically, but the ones who make it to the NBA, they believe in getting in that court and working hard. Or maybe it's just that we've stopped working hard, so now they got access to a place that they previously never had access to. Am I wrong? Am I being unfair? What happened to black excellence? What happened to the days when those black men on that panel on Inside Allen Iverson on Inside the NBA would have been like, hell no, he ain't getting in the stat box. They would have called it out. What the hell is he in the stat box for? He ain't did nothing. You used to have to earn your way. You used to have to pay your dues to get people to talk about you, to get people to call you a star and point out the things you're doing. Now we got people, sons getting in the NBA just because their daddy was in the NBA. And this is not going to be the first time this happens. It's watered down. It's watered down. This is what black excellence is now. Black nepotism and cronyism. The same Negroes who talk about Donald Trump receiving millions of dollars from his father to start a business. They criticize Trump for that. Trump is, oh, he ain't a good businessman. He got all this money from his daddy. The same people celebrating Bronny James doing the same damn thing, LeBron James doing the same thing with his son. Is our hypocrisy that unrelenting? Boy, we are a walking contradiction. We are a walking hypocrisy, walking double standard. Dude, when they put double standard, the new definitions for double standard in the Webster's dictionary should be the black community. It's cool when one person do it, but it's not okay when somebody else does it. I don't give a damn if it is called show business. We the ones consuming it. We're the ones consuming it. We're the ones celebrating it. They put a lot of shit on TV. You don't see me celebrating all of it. This show is garbage. I ain't watching this. We so watered down as a people, it's ridiculous. Anything is okay. Whatever they tell us to celebrate, we celebrate. That boy is next to garbage. He's below garbage on that basketball court, and we over here making excuses for him. Tia Mowry didn't destroy her damn marriage, and we over here celebrating like she didn't accomplish something. Doing all that to get a damn show that's probably going to get canceled after the first season. Because what the hell do she got to talk about? The girl get on TikTok and don't do nothing but TikTok dances. She a follower. Bronny James, the same thing. This dude, Bronny James, got more followers, more social media followers than Patrick Mahomes, a 3-time Super Bowl champion. 3-time Super Bowl champion. Bronny James got more followers than him. Is this just the way of the world now, where we celebrate failure and we sit up and cheer on people who really don't deserve to be in the position they're in? Bronny is actually money. How much Bronny gonna score? 0 points. Bro got a $7 million contract. You know how many dudes out there who could actually put the ball in the hoop and pass the rock and play the game would love to even get a $2 million contract to play 80 games? But this is what we've become. The same rich people we claim to hate, when a politician get on the stage and tell you the rich need to pay their fair share, we celebrating their ass and kissing their ass and glazing their ass like it's the best thing that ever happened to us, when they do what elite rich people have done for decades. This LeBron is rich. He's wealthy. He's past rich. He's wealthy. And you guys criticize wealthy people when wealthy people practice nepotism and cronyism, where they put their kids in positions just because of who they are. You guys criticize Donald Trump for putting his kids in political positions in his cabinet. He was bad when he did it, but when LeBron James do it, we celebrating. Yeah, we want all the rich people to pay their fair share, except for LeBron James and the rich people we like, the 1%ers that we like. We're a walking double standard. It's not cute. It's not funny. It's sad. And as my granny used to say, it's going to tell on you before you tell on it. You will feel the pain of your hypocrisy and ignorance before anybody else feels it. And we see it every single day. We see it. It's becoming more acute. It's becoming more easily identifiable. These people literally make black people make a damn fool out of ourselves. And then we wonder why people don't respect us. Who the hell respects somebody who is a walking double standard, who has no integrity whatsoever, who sit up and call something bad good and call something good bad, depending on who's doing it? Where's your integrity? As a woman or a man, grown folks can't even be trusted. Because you so brainwashed and ignorant, you just want to go along to get along. Whatever the crowd say, that's what we own. Black Lives Matter. Told you straight up, we trying to destroy the nuclear black family. Yeah, we screaming it from mountaintops. Black Lives Matter. You know what it means. You know what it stands for. They told you they was your enemy. And then when they took $90 million on your behalf and you didn't see a cent of it, and all of it went to building Patrice Cullors' real estate portfolio in white people neighborhoods, what did you do? You didn't say nothing. Just a punk. Got punked by an overweight black lady living up in Calabasas with the same white folks she claimed she was scared of. And what you gonna do about it? Nothing. Just gonna bend over and take it. And then get on the internet and try to act tough against continental Africans and Jamaican immigrants and shit. I'm calling you out. I am calling y'all out. What happened to black excellence? Y'all on the internet listening to niggas who don't even take baths every day. Talking about, yeah, brother, preach. Bro, the Bible say first clean the inside of the cup. Then the outside will become clean. This nigga dirty on the inside and the outside. Probably got dookie streaks. Yeah, brother, preach it. I'm sorry, I don't know where y'all was raised. I don't know what crack house you was born in, but a nigga with dookie in their drawers and don't wash their ass can't tell me shit. He's lost the plot. He ain't even the beginning of wisdom. He's not even at the beginning of wisdom. But y'all go try to tell me something. Brandon, we don't want to watch you because you always talking about politics. Don't be mad at me because your daddy never taught you what was important. I grew up without a dad in the home too, for the most part, but God damn it, I'm a grown ass man. At some point, you got to put the childish shit down. Guys, let me know if the sound is okay. Can I get one more sound check, please? At some point, you got to put the childish shit down and pick up some grown folk stuff. We're in a very important time in history right now, and we still won't get focused. Our primary concern is still what's going to happen on baddies, and is the one manly looking Krishan Rock's sister going to beat up the other little ugly prostitute. That's all we care about. This is all we care about. What's happening on baddies next week? You're going to be a baddie. You're going to be down bad, living in an alley, worried about what a rich person is pretending to do. Man, the whole black community watered down. Everything we celebrate is a reflection of who we are as a people. As that shit becomes more watered down, it is a reflection of how watered down we've become. Black people used to have common damn sense. We used to be the moral compass of America. I'll give Tariq that. He said we still are. We not. We used to be, though. People get out here acting crazy and shit. We used to be the one to come and be like, God damn it. Y'all doing a lot now, ain't you? We used to be the ones who could call down shame on anybody in this country. And for the most part, get them to get their act together. Now we right in on it with them. We eating ass too. Everything they doing, we doing it too. But still trying to act like we got some type of moral standard that's higher than everybody else's. Hell no. We right there too. As much as we try to distinguish ourselves from America and separate from America and make it seem like we some special, we are just pure Americans, right up in the most degenerate parts, right down to the prime of degeneracy. We sending prostitutes to talk to the president about our political issue, Cardi B and shit. Come on, dude, what you think she was doing in the back of those strip clubs? And you gonna let her talk about your political future? Are you crazy? Right now, your top candidate, Kamala Harris, this lady didn't slurp her way to the top. Can't string a sentence together, and y'all celebrating this whole like she's the next coming of Barack Obama. At least Barack Obama was cool. At least Barack Obama was well-spoken. At least Barack Obama could win a debate and articulate his points clearly and eloquently. At least Barack Obama knew how to connect with black people in some way. Maybe because he used to be a crackhead. But he knew how to connect with black people. At least he didn't sleep his way to the top. He sleeps with Michelle, a chick who looks like a man. But at least he didn't sleep his way to the top. I could give him that. At least he tried to keep the damn illegal criminal alien migrants out the country. I could give him that. But boy, in this little 16 years, we didn't come a long way from Barack. I could at least have respect for black people voting for him because I'm like, he looks the part. He plays the part well, bro. Smooth. Bro know how to shoot hoop. You know what I'm saying? Bro kind of could dance a little bit. For the most part, he told the truth about what he was going to do. He did. I mean, I didn't mind Barack Obama representing us on a big stage because even though he's a damn liar, at least he's not going to embarrass us. But look where we at now. When you call Kamala Harris black, you're saying she represents the best we have to offer. And that's the best. My daughter could do a better job in them interviews and shit than Kamala Harris. And I put my life on that. That's on the live homies. I put my life on that. My daughter don't know shit about that stuff and can answer those questions better than Kamala Harris. At the end of the day, she could at least be honest. But we celebrating it. Yeah. That's going to be the first black president. Shit, that's going to be the first female black embarrassment. I really think if this lady get elected, her vice president, Tim Walz, with his fruity ass, he going to be the one who's going to be president. Because some just tell me they're going to do like Article 25 or whatever it's called, where they're going to say this lady's a damn idiot. Why wouldn't they? I think Kamala Harris is who they're using, but I think Tim Walz is who they really want. At least he was the governor of a state. So he's more qualified than her. I think Kamala is who they're using, but I think Tim Walz is the one they really want. It's sad. All the shit we've been through. Y'all always talk about we need reparations because all the stuff we suffered, our ancestors. Can't even spell ancestors, but our ancestors. I know you couldn't give a damn about your ancestors because I look at the stuff you accept and the things you co-sign and the things you condone. And I know you ain't giving a damn about an ancestor. When I saw Kamala bring Megan Thee Stallion on stage shaking her ass at a damn political rally, I knew black people didn't give a damn about none of that. We call down shame on everything we built in this country. We built this country. Yep, you built it, and now you're right here hand in hand with the people trying to burn it down. That's excellence. Man, Ichigo, Candace Owens, the best thing about black women in this country today. I promise you to God right now. Live homies. Candace Owens is single-handedly preserving the reputation of black women around the globe. She is the only one out here, and a few others. My baby Harris Faulkner. I don't know where Condoleezza Rice fine ass at now, but it's just a few showing the world that black women have the ability to critical think, are not hopelessly enslaved to cognitive bias, and aren't just a bunch of paper pushing, pencil pill popping hood rats. That's the best black women we have to offer right now. And they all married to white dudes. Why? Why? We don't like Candace Owens, but we love Keke Palmer. Later, we love Tiana Taylor, ugly ass, hugged up in the club with Leonardo DiCaprio the other night. My taste in women is disgusting. My taste in your mama is disgusting then. My taste in women is disgusting. Shut your ass up. These dudes kill me. Who do you like? Who do you like? Tell me who you like. I bet you she ugly. And I bet you she got a wig on. Sitting 3 inches over to her damn scalp like a damn flying saucer hovering over the earth. Man, listen, Candace Owens, the best damn thing black women got presenting right now today. You name something better. Haley Bailey? Because that's who y'all celebrating. That's who y'all celebrating. Halle Bailey. Single mom. Hood rat. A hood rat with money. This is what y'all like. Yeah, like them chicks in Africa. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. They do be having them with all the black women. Just crazy. Psychosis. I'm telling you, when I see a woman with that shit on, I know they got mental illness. What is wrong with you? Anybody who looks in the mirror and think that shit looks good, something is wrong with them mentally. Something is wrong with them mentally. That's like somebody sagging their pants up under their ass. I know something wrong with you mentally. Somebody touched you when you was little. Somebody had you singing Diana Ross. Touch me in the morning. Somebody diddled you. I know. It's okay. You can't heal unless you talk about it. Word to Corey Holcomb. But whatever happened to black excellence? Jesse Owens. Them Jamaican dudes who pushed that bobsled on Cool Runnings. Carl Winslow, his fruity ass. I mean, damn. Grandmama. We used to just be able to do it better than everybody, and it was easy. Now we down bad, but we still trying to cheer. It's like a box. It's like, you ever seen two people fighting and the person who really getting their ass whooped trying to talk shit? You ever seen that, Ryan? I remember when we was younger, Ryan got in a fight with this girl. I'm gonna tell you her name. Her name is Tiaja. Ryan beat this hoe's ass up in my apartment. This girl was getting her ass beat, still talking shit. Got folded like origami, dude, and was still talking like she was winning. I was like, wow, you really getting your ass whooped talking like you winning. How? That's black people. We going nowhere and celebrating it. God, thank God for Takavaka. I don't know how y'all do it. We think buying a bottle of Hennessy a day is success. That's what black people are like right now. Getting our asses whooped in every statistical category. The nigga at 7-Eleven is out here doing it bigger than us. And we are just so thrilled. Man, listen, I saw some shit on Facebook today that almost made me lose my lunch, and I hadn't even eaten. This woman was about 500 pounds. She was on the massage table. This woman was about 500 pounds, black woman. This dude had a towel down the crack of her ass. I'm talking about, you could see damn near everything except the crack of her ass. She looked like a sumo wrestler the way that towel was stuck between her big ass butt cheeks. And he's rubbing her down with oil. His face is about 3 inches from her coochie. I'm just disgusted. And then I click the comments. Black women, oh yeah, I need this. What? And we just okay with that. We're just okay. We celebrating that disgusting shit. I'm not going to take my shirt off on camera because I'm like, look, it ain't bad, but it ain't super good right now. So I'm not trying to offend nobody. But why not? Why don't I just strip right now? Why don't I just pull these babies out if I got to look at a big gelatinous ass crack? The worst. In the towel. She had a towel for a thong, a full towel rolled up. It was in between her ass. And this dude's rubbing on her. Dude, it's disgusting. And black women, oh yeah, I need that. You need some dude to sexualize you, basically molest you, and then post it on the internet? But be the first person talking about they got sexually assaulted. This is what I'm saying. I see why people move out of the black community, and when some people get some money, they try to get the hell away from black folks. How do you survive in a place where the standards are double standards and where everything is constantly changing? The rules don't even stay the same from 1 minute to the next. The rules don't even stand on it. The rules change every second. Every second. You can't live like that. You can't thrive like that. You can't thrive in the midst of a bunch of double-minded folks. And I always bring up the story of Elijah in the Bible on Mount Carmel. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you want to worship and serve Baal, go ahead. But if you think, Yahweh is the truth, I will follow him, but you can't do both. And that's what I look at black people. We trying to live as a society, as a collective, we trying to live a double life. We trying to walk in two different directions at the same time. Do you want to thrive and have prosperity and create a great, safe environment for your children and their children? Or do you want to get the attention that comes with degeneracy on social media? You want a bunch of people to say, yeah, girl, that part. Just absolutely disgusting. I can't even find a damn video. Somebody said, let's watch it. It's gross as hell. I don't want to rewatch that. Just the most nastiest, disgusting mess I've seen in forever. I'm just using the gods as an analogy. I'm just saying in life, whatever it is, ask a black person what they want to do with their life. And then turn around and answer to me, are they taking the steps, the realistic steps to get to where they're trying to be? Better yet, is our community fostering and facilitating and creating an environment, building a infrastructure that allows those people to do what they want to do within the framework of our society? You know the answer is no, just like I know the answer is no. You know the answer is no, just like I know the answer is no. If you want to be successful as a black person, you have to get the hell away from black people. And it's been like that for a long time. It wasn't always like that, but it's been like that for a long time. Too long. Because we too busy on the internet celebrating big backs getting sexually assaulted by pervy massage therapists. Come on, man. Rims, hit the club to be a rapper. Chico, you crazy as hell. Shout out to everybody in the comments. But that's my question. What happened to black excellence? When did black people say it was okay to become the very stereotypes we spent decades and decades trying to dispel? Because that's how white folks used to say you were. I mean, it's like, damn, was the white folks wrong? Because everything we celebrate today is what white folks used to say about us years ago. Oh, you give a nigga this or that, you can give a nigga some money, but he won't know what to do with it. The nigga's like a child mentally. He don't know how to do for himself. He needs the white man to take care of him. Are they, based on the way we act now, they weren't lying. You need the white man to do all the heavy lifting for you, and he can leave you the simple stuff to handle for yourself. Like putting food in your mouth. That's why so many of us do it so well. It's just constantly some ridiculous. It's constantly some ridiculousness. And we celebrating it. Yeah. That's all we got. Every time you turn around, you go on social media. All our women act like they know how to do is show their ass all over the damn social media. Look at this. I went to YouTube trying to find that video, but look at this. This ain't no better. This girl looking like she ain't got no damn drawers on. She know what she's doing. Look at this girl. Pants undone with her booty hanging out. Look at this girl. And then we got sorry ass Bronny James. All I see is booty. Physical booty derriere and booty ass play on the court from Bronny. Oh, this girl's 6'7" and she could dunk a basketball. Yay, clap it up. We used to care about, hey, she kind of. You don't know anybody. I got diamonds in her ear. That diamonds I'm trying to treat you special. Hey, forgive me, Lord. The Lord is my shepherd. He knows what I want. No, but for real, that's it. Yeah, come look at what I can do. Right. So you can get fucked one time and then guess what? He doesn't care anymore. And why should he? That's all you leading with. You should. That's all I got to offer him. Let me stop them Africans be trying to get you on their song rights. This it. I'm reading a book. I don't know She on a balcony. This is what I'm saying. This is the new standard. This is the new standard. They don't want to be. They don't want to be wives. They don't want to have children. They want to have children, but just only out of wedlock, though. What happened to black excellence? Where did it go? Where did it go? Attention economy, Jehovah Panther, facts. But they ain't got no economy. Because if they was really making money, they might be doing something other than showing their ass on TV. I mean, on social media. And let me tell you, the women who get the most likes on social media be covered up. I promise you. The women who get the most likes on social media be covered up. We don't know what to do with ourselves. We don't want to listen to nobody. We won't listen to wisdom and the people who know better. We don't even listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. They're trying to keep us from having fun. It ain't all about having fun. It ain't all about partying. There's time for that. There's time for those things. But that's not all life is about. You got to do the work first. How's your life just one constant party and you got nothing to show for it? That's my question. Claire Huxtable was first class. Facts. Only problem is she can't be that in her real life, right? This is what happened when you shut down Backpage. Black excellence didn't go up in no damn smoke in the 80s. Shit. In the 90s, black people was doing shit. In the 90s. What you mean? I always tell people, look at the 90s. Black people was running Hollywood, bro. We had blockbuster movies with full black cast. Boomerang. Harlem Nights. Come on. The list goes on and on. The list goes on and on. Denzel was killing it. Black ass Wesley Snipes. People was writing books, making millions. Black authors. Black people like Ben Carson on the front page of magazines. Excellence. Nah, this fall of the degradation and disappearance of black excellence, in my opinion, is a recent phenomenon. Y'all Negroes is taking orders from people like Tariq Nasheed now. Y'all taking orders from people like Tariq Nasheed now. That's who's telling black people what to do. Yvette receding hairline Carnell is giving us orders now, running shit. Directing black people which way they should go. That ain't no damn black excellence. A failed damn rapper, failed singer, failed film producer. Fail. But he's the authority on everything. Y'all following Negroes like Nick Cannon. Just dumb. And expose how stupid they are. Only now can people get on the internet and openly display their ignorance and still be celebrated. Still have a following. Crazy. Tariq is about the most ignorant person I've ever heard speak and even saw in real life. Ignorant as hell. I wish y'all could have been in court with us. That judge, listen, bro was so dumb and babbled so incoherently in that courtroom. The judge said, I don't know what you're even saying right now. You need to write down the point you're trying to make. And I'll see you guys in 30 days to read it and make a ruling. You're that freaking mush mouth that when you're talking to the judge, she can't even understand what the hell you're talking about, to the point where you have to write down on paper the point you're trying to make so she could read it and then make a ruling on it. We could have been done the same day. We had to stretch it out for 30 days because this dude was so dumb and incapable of articulating anything slightly intelligent. The judge was like, she literally said, it's like you're speaking another language. She literally said that. I said dude speaking two knees or whatever that shit. R2. R-Tussy. How do you make up a language called R-Tussy? You remember, if you ever been to jail, you know the deodorant they give you? It's like a cream. It's called Tussy. It's like pussy, just spelled different. And it smelled like ass too. This man made up a language called R-Tussy. I'm like, bruh. Oh yeah, they locked up Sir Major. Yeah, they got his high yellow ass. They passing his ass around like a set of dominoes in that motherfucker. Beat his ass. He gonna look like a domino when they done. Now we're not even just seeing the effects. Now we've been seeing the effects. I saw the effects years ago. I saw the effects in 2017. I saw the effects in 2017 when we literally killed the Buy Black movement to start begging for reparations. I'm not saying nothing wrong with reparations, you're just not going to get it. But we literally killed something that was so beautiful, the Buy Black movement, in an effort to get free money from the government. Well, our ancestors worked for it. Yeah, and they didn't even give it to them. Call everybody the N-word, but oh my God, Will Martin, the hypocrisy on that one is crazy. I don't want nobody saying the N-word. Boy, come to Long Beach. Mexicans, Asians, nigga, they say it all the time. If Paul Mooney say nigga, it's cool because it's funny. If I say nigga, oh, Brandon, you undermining black excellence. Damn, really? It's a walking double standard. They don't want you to say the N-word on YouTube, but they'll go to the comedy show and in every other word. And it's, whoa, let's listen to drill rap. Brandon, your delivery's too harsh. But Lil Tecca talking about shooting somebody with a damn Desert Eagle. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. It's just a double standard, a walking contradiction. And we're shameless with it. My ear was itching. And we're shameless with it. And we don't understand the deteriorating, how do you say it? How do you say it? Deteriorating impact or effect that has on the psyche of our people as a whole. It's like when you was little and your mom would tell a lie and then whoop your ass for lying. Your mama smoking cigarettes and boning so hard you can hear in the next room. But if she find out you kissed the boy, she beating your ass. Does that endear you to her? Does that make you, I love my mom? No, it makes you look at your mom like she's a damn hypocrite. A little part of you starts hating her. Like, damn, you really gonna come at me like that when you was doing the most? Do as I say, not as I do, double standard. Head ass. That deteriorates the psyche and it erodes the confidence. And that's why people walking around feeling like they can't do shit for themselves. Talking about a white man giving us a monetary handout is going to dictate or determine the future of our people. What does that sound like? Sound like we a bunch of whoop dogs. But you know who's the problem? Me, because I said the word nigga. Come on, man. Y'all listening to a dude who look like he ain't bathed in weeks. Let him run point on you. Regurgitating MSNBC talking points. And y'all, and then you wonder why you down so bad collectively. You don't care. Oh, well, it ain't me. I ain't going to listen to him. Yeah, but the people listening to him have an effect on you. The people listening to him have an effect on you. Guys, if you want to add to this conversation or if you want to refute what I said, I'm putting the link in the comments. Come up here and tell me if I'm wrong or whether you totally agree with me. You could talk about Tia Mowry, Bronny James, sorry ass, or Kamala Harris, trifling ass. What happened to black excellence? Why do we have these absolute losers being celebrated by our community, celebrating them for losing, celebrating them for losing. If you want to push back up against what racism, right? Racism. So it's so hard to find racism. They got to manufacture racism these days. Ain't that about nothing? It's so hard to find a racist incident. We got to create them. And we still talking about racism and stopping us from doing what we trying to do. This dude, B. Tatum, Officer Brandon Tatum, I kind of think he's a jerk, but he does make good points. See, I could not like the person personally, but I still can acknowledge when they make a good point and agree with them, right? And it's not that I dislike him. I just feel like I've never had an interaction with him to where I can see how he really is. And what he shows me on YouTube sometimes is just annoying. I just think sometimes he's willfully ignorant to a certain degree. But the guy makes good points. If you can't beat a dude like Brandon Tatum in an argument, you got to go do some research. You got to go see what's up with you. You know, you got to look at what you're arguing. That's the real thing. That's the real problem. You got to go look at what you're arguing for. And with black people, it just seems like we're always arguing for a losing position. We're always arguing from some losing ass position that doesn't serve us in any way. If we not arguing for the sanctity of Tia Mowry's hoism, we arguing to defend Bronny James' sorry ass. If we not arguing for Bronny James, we arguing for Kamala Harris. Kamala can't string a sentence together Harris. In her horrible campaign. Just embarrassing. Y'all, she black. Anybody in a right mind would tell you don't never claim nobody who damn stupid. You supposed to claim the person who's displaying the qualities that you admire. Things you could brag about. Don't nobody brag about their ugly daughter. But if their daughter's cute, ooh, my daughter's so beautiful. My daughter's so beautiful. Don't nobody get their mud duck. You know, they usually got one daughter that's cute and one that's ugly. They'll talk about the beautiful one. Ooh, my daughter's so beautiful. What about the other one? She's just interesting. She has a good spirit. She has a good heart. Bless her heart. Let's play this. I was really impressed by this video right here because this black woman who was at this mic was very intelligent and knowledgeable. Then another black big back, she started just being disrespectful and ignorant. And this is where we are in America. We got a certain amount of us who want to make something out of ourselves and have a community that's worth a damn. And then we got the other ones who just so obsessed with being right even when they're wrong. They're ready to tear down everything just so they could feel like they won an argument. And it's like, dude, you're not even winning the argument. You're not even winning the argument. You didn't win. We just decided to not deal with you. We decided to allow you to remain in your ignorance and you feel like you won something. Let's play this.
No, thank you so much.
Thanks for being here. My parents are gonna flip. I've basically been watching you since I was like 13, so I'm really glad you came here. Cool. My question is, so you know how in Thomas Sowell he wrote this book called Discriminations and Disparities, and he talks about personal motivations and how some people have grown up raised in whatever victimhood they have experienced, whether that's been single motherhood or fatherlessness, homelessness, whatever, and they're grown basically up in that environment, and then they don't have the personal motivations, or they don't think or see themselves as being lawyers or doctors or president or anything like that. They just see NBA players, rappers, things like that. And we see that the left has put so much money and time and effort into reparations and critical race theory and stuff like that. How are they able to manipulate the situation when the outcomes are very much outweighing and having negative consequences? How are they so able to freely manipulate that situation?
So I'm gonna help. I'm gonna rehash your question. So basically, she said, how do Democrats continue to get black people to buy into their failed policies? How do you get a bunch of people who have attempted to do things your way and seen that it fails miserably, how do you get these people to continue to support you? That's what she's asking. And she brought up Thomas Sowell, a book he wrote where he talks about black people. A lot of us, growing up, we never experienced, all we experienced was poverty and degeneracy. The people around us, they really weren't lawyers, doctors, stuff like that. So based on your environment, you don't ever see yourself becoming more than the people around you are, right? It's like your daddy's a drunk. It's like Sanford and Son. Your daddy was a scrap junk dealer and his son's a scrap junk dealer. What was the son name on Sanford and Son? I'm like, dude, you couldn't pay me to stay up around all that trash and shit in that dirty ass house. And I'm a healthy, virile 30 or 25-year-old man. That was crazy to me. What's his name? Grady? I forgot the son's name. Lamont. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, Lamont. Why would you name your kid Lamont after watching Sanford and Son? Let me stop. My mind is my ADD. It's my Tourette's. So Thomas Sowell basically said black people ain't around nobody doing shit, so most of us think we can't do it, right? And the people who are around people doing these great things often follow those people in those people's footsteps in doing those great things. Like how many people are lawyers right now just because their daughter, their mama, or their daddy was a lawyer? This dude could be dumb as a doorknob, but because his father is a lawyer, he knows that he could become a lawyer. Just because his mama is a lawyer, she knows, just because her mom's a lawyer, she knows she could be a lawyer. Just because her mama sold pussy on Figueroa, she knows that she will be destined to sell pussy on Figueroa. This type of thing. Usually people follow in the footsteps of their parents. But some of us are stronger than that, and we break them on. My dad's in jail. Just call me right now. My dad's in prison. I'm not in prison. Never been to prison. I've been to jail before, but I didn't make it to prison. I didn't make it to booty time. Okay, just in case y'all was wondering. But that's very true. That's very true. But let me tell you where Thomas Sowell, he was right in the time that he was in. But now we have even less of an excuse than black people back in the day because now we have the internet. I could get on YouTube and watch a dude who's a lawyer be dumber than a doorknob. I'm like, I know I could have been a lawyer. Somebody who a nurse, stupid as hell. Wrong is two left shoes on everything. I know I could be a nurse if this dummy could do it. So we have like I always say, we have an unprecedented access to information now that a lot of our ancestors didn't have. They didn't enjoy that. How is it that we can't even do better than them? We're doing worse than them collectively as far as our black infrastructure and stuff like that. Mexicans, let me tell you how ignorant we are. Mexicans is immigrants. Well, these Venezuelans and South Americans. They create apps to help them illegally enter into the country. You could create an app for Negroes and 99% of niggas would be like, I don't know how to use that app. Y'all need to do something else. Y'all need to put it on paper or something so I could understand how to use it. Venezuelan migrants know how to work an app so they can get into this country illegally. But black folks, you put something online and tell them they got to go online to do it. Totally averse to it. Don't even want to try it. A lot of black people struggle getting jobs because they don't like to fill out applications online. A lot of us don't even know how. A lot of black people don't even know how to put together a resume. Y'all think I'm joking? It makes sense when so many black people can't even read. In school every day, can't read a lick. Can't read the tattoo of their boyfriend name that they got tattooed on their ass. This is the truth. You talk about, man, we quick to talk about benign neglect. There's no one neglecting the black community more than the black community itself. I'm telling you that right now. There is no one neglecting the black community, the black man, woman, and child than black people ourselves. Nobody neglected us more. You talk about the white man benign neglect. What about neglect? We neglect our children. You send your kid to school every day and don't even got the damn decency to make sure they know how to read. My daughter's very smart. She's got a 4.0. I'm on my daughter all the time about not reading stuff. Because if you're not on them, you as a parent got to make your kid understand that failure is not an option. Being mentally lazy is not an option around you. Not go to school and be smart. Then when you go home with mama, you can just be a dumbass, I think, for you. No. I sent my daughter to grab something off the shelf. Did you read this? Go get the beans off. Go get the green beans off the shelf. Did I say get the low sodium? Use your eyes in the education the white man bless you with to go get the damn regular green beans off the shelf with, not the low sodium ones. Yeah, I do that. I'm that dad. Because I want my kid to always be paying attention. I want my kid, I set a standard of excellence for my kid. And even though I fall short, that doesn't mean anything. You might not be the best. You might have never made it to the NBA, but you sure as hell could teach your kid how to play basketball. Because there's a lot of things that you learn through experience. And if you just share that with your kid and set that as a standard, use that to set your standards, your kids will rise above that and surpass it as long as you're attentive. Engagement is the whole thing. Just engaging them. Who you think going to be more successful? The kid who parent, you got homework, go in the room and do your homework while I smoke crack. Or the parent who like, man, you got homework? What they send you home with today? Easy. Wilders Martin said, my pops was the same way. You gotta do it. That's a man's job. I criticize my children so somebody else out in the world don't have to one day. I criticize my children so my children don't get put in a position where they got to do a job or something and they get embarrassed because they're not paying attention to what they're doing. If you don't, who will? And that slight oversight could be the difference between life and death, depending on what they do. And if you don't believe me, go to some of these nursing homes and stuff where these old people is dying because some dumbass CNA ain't doing her job or his job. It could be a matter of life and death. Teaching your kids to be vigilant and paying attention and not neglect the details. But how many of us teach our kids those things? Not many. A lot of us, mediocrity. My kids mediocre as hell, and that's okay. That's okay. They like Bronny James. That's why I can't celebrate no half-ass ignorant crap. I can't celebrate no Tia Mowry, Bronny James, or Kamala Harris. Because that would be like me telling my kid it's okay to be that way.
Yeah, that's a good question. What they're doing is they're weaponizing our struggle to sell us a lie. Instead of saying, we know that America have unduly put black people through a certain struggle, let us empower you to empower yourself, not sit here and let us hand you something. And that's what they've been doing over the last several years. They don't fix the schools. They just let you in a university with affirmative action. It's like, no, fix the schools so the kids are qualified and they're competitive. You don't go to the end of the line to try to fix something. You go to the root of it. Young black people, like when I was growing up, I never thought about being a doctor.
Long story short, he's trying to say they rather give a man a fish than teach a man to fish. That's how they interact with the black community, Democrats and liberals. They don't want to teach you how to go. They don't want to let you know that you could go out and get it for yourself. Because once you learn how to go get it for yourself, you don't need them to give it to you. And it's on that day you become a conservative. The minute you get this idea that you can do for yourself, that's the day you become a conservative. That's when you start to have a problem with them taking from you and giving your stuff that you worked for to other people who don't want to work for their stuff. That's the very day. That's why they don't want you to ever figure out how to do things for yourself. And that's why it's so, disrespectful to me. We got the internet where you could just put in, how do you do this? And instead of doing that, we got millions of people who are like, nah, we need freaking Kamala Harris to do it. Like, what? This woman can't even string a sentence together, but you think that she gonna be able to do something for you. Well, you support Trump. He ain't gonna do nothing for you. I don't want Trump to do shit for me. Just get the hell out of my way and step out of my business and step out of my pocket. I do it for myself. Y'all know me. I'm a hustler. I go get it. Whatever I'm trying to get, I go get it. I don't need nobody to give it to me. I go get it for myself. All I need you to do is stop standing in my way. Stop trying to take from me and give to somebody who don't want to freaking work for what they want. That's the primary reason why I don't vote Democrat. Because the Democrat is constantly trying to go in my pocket, take my money and give it to somebody, give it to my damn family members who's degenerates who don't want to work. If they need something, let them come ask me for it so I could determine based on my assessment whether it's something they need or not. Because I got a Negro over here in this family that ain't got a pot to piss in, but paying $400 damn for a phone bill every month. Because everybody, her and all her kids, got to have the new iPhone. But don't got a place to stay. Don't got a place to live. Moving from pillar to post. But y'all got the new iPhones in the spray ground backpacks. That's why I'm telling you, the welfare system is corrupt. You taking from me to give to a nigga so they could buy iPhones and spray ground backpacks and Jordans? Are you crazy? Let me dole out my money to them. What you need this $100 for? I want to buy a spray ground. These Jan Sports will do them just fine. Here's $80. JB, yep. Open up the door. I'll get it myself. We got a caller, guys. And before I take in the caller, Ann Jones, I'm coming to you. I want y'all to listen to this black lady be so disrespectful of this other black woman.
I didn't know a doctor. I knew a whole bunch of dudes playing college football. I knew a whole bunch of dudes rapping. I wanted to be like Tupac was my favorite rapper. Me and my cousins, when we were young, we used to try to battle rap each other to beat Bone Thugs. Well, y'all probably too young to know Bone Thugs and Harmony and all that. But we used to battle rap to beat Bone Thugs. Coming to the mic. Let me move on. Should understand that there's nothing that a white person can do that you can't do. And if you don't feel that way, you've been tricked. I went to University in New Jersey. Look at this woman still talking. Can you be respectful? Why don't you come to the mic? You're disrespecting another sister. All you're doing is disrespecting everybody that's coming to the mic. Let me move on. Because you're drawing attention to you. You're in my ear. Really, this is
okay. So this girl's talking. She's having a respectful conversation with Brandon Tatum. This lady's interrupting, talking from the side, being disrespectful. He said, just come to the mic if you got something to say. She said, you're wasting your time talking to me when you should be focused on her. He said, yes, because you're drawing attention to yourself, interrupt the conversation. You don't see the white people standing around doing that. You don't see the Mexican racism doing that. You see a black woman who doesn't like what's being said, but is too lazy to go up to the mic herself, too stupid to go on the mic and verbalize her opinions. She wants to talk on the sideline and in the background, interrupting their conversation. And that's how we do in our community. Everybody gets to say something, whether or not they're willing to stand on what they say, explain what they have to say, verbalize what they say, in a transparent or open way, or whether they just, whether they know what they're talking about or not. And then she says, well, I'm getting the attention I want. That's the mindset of a lot of our people. Just no respect. But we'll sit up and talk about the black man is a misogynist and he disrespect. No, the people, usually when you deal with these type of people, the things they say about you are things they're projecting. It's their characteristics they're trying to project onto you. That's why I don't pay no attention to it. Oh, you a narcissist? Yep, I sure am. You a misogynist? Yeah, I am. Okay, who cares? Moving on. Just the way he did. But she looked at that girl like, nah, girl, you talking too much sense. What you saying ain't important. Because I got to get up here and be a champion for racism against racism while wearing a damn Tommy Hilfiger shirt. Black folks don't disagree because they really disagree most times. They just disagree because it brings them attention. I'm going to say these select few buzzwords that every Negro is tuned to respond to emotionally, and everybody's going to be looking at me like I'm smarter than Brandon Tatum. She lucky I wasn't there. I'd have took that mic and freaking slapped her across her damn face and knocked those damn bifocals down the quad. Should have been on the ground searching like a blind man. My glasses. He can't see without his glasses. Should have been like Thomas J on My Girl. Remember Macaulay Culkin? Should have been on the ground. My glasses. I can't see what I'm. That's what she would have been if I. That's why they don't bring me on shit like Turning Point USA. I'm too violent. You see me talking. Now, Brandon Tatum would have took off that cheap ass watch and threw it like a batarang and knocked her damn tooth out of her mouth with the shiny metal on it. He would have been wrong. Aunt Jones. Aunt Jones. Who? Aunt Jones. What up, my brother? Unmute your microphone. Give me some input. Black Excellence. What's good, family?
Yeah.
Hey, how's the mic sounding? I know you give me an honest answer. How's
the mic is sounding beautiful.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. You know what I'm saying? We all over the place, man. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to say, you know what I'm saying, you absolutely right with with your points you coming at. You know what I'm saying? Ain't really no black excellence right now, you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of reasons for that. Number one is I feel like black people really don't want to take the responsibility for their own actions. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'll give you an example, right? Black people fail to do the simple things. Black people fail to do the simple things the best, right? As far as just running your own community, man. It's like a foreign language to black people, man. They don't understand. Just do the simple things first, then you can take care of the complicated stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, all you have to do is just control your community, then you can control your destiny. You ain't got to look for the bigger things, you know what I'm saying, off the bat. Just work the small things first. And I feel because we don't want to do that, you know what I'm saying, we send each other for failure, you know what I'm saying? And it's sad, you know what I'm saying? And it shows through this political season with this Kamala Harris bullshit where all these black women want to take charge when they shouldn't even be in charge, man. You know what I'm saying? Let the black man be in charge. Yeah, that might sound misogynistic, but
go ahead.
Who the hell? Nah, but for real, man, because I mean, listen, this is you right. This is hypocrisy, right? Because how do we get on board? How does black women get on board for abortion? Not realizing that, okay, you 13 or 14% of the population. Wouldn't it be better if you have more children?
Yeah.
So you can increase your numbers. You know what I'm saying? But you average. Yeah.
Common sense is just lost. It's like a thing of the past, right? You have and I'm not going to harp too much on the abortion issue, but you have so many people who are like, this year, I'm only voting for abortion, reproductive rights. It's like there's nothing going on in your life other than abortion. Like, you don't got no dreams, no aspirations, just the ability to get skeeted in and not have to deal with the consequences. I want to address this comment right here, Alexis. She says, you should change your name to the patriotic patriarch, right? And that was funny. And I know you were just joking, but I want to use this as an example. A lot of people lately been like, oh, you should change your name. Well, not a lot of people, just mostly Afro Stink Tank. He's like, you should change your name. You ain't no Pan-African, change your name. I don't know what part of these people who claim to be Pan-Africans or claim to identify as Pan-Africans who think that Pan-Africanism is going to be something that's going to happen or be successful without evolving. Like, everything has to evolve. Our Pan-Africanism today is not going to be the same as Marcus Garvey's Pan-Africanism. It's a new time and things are different. Our Pan-Africanism today is not even going to be the same as Dr. Amos Wilson's Pan-Africanism because things are evolving. Amos Wilson didn't have the internet. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Garvey didn't have the internet. Marcus Garvey didn't even have the ability to jump on an airplane and fly and land in Africa in 20 hours, right? We have to evolve with the times. It doesn't mean that you have to throw away or burn the principles of Pan-Africanism and stray away from them. You take the principles and the values of Pan-Africanism and you apply them to the situation that you find yourself in today. And me, what I like to say as a Pan-Africanist, I'm the Pan-Africanist who wants to be able to make a defense of what I believe in against any criticism. And you can't defend your ideology. You can't defend your ideology if your ideology is rooted in ignorance, like Afro Think Tank. This guy is just crazy. He's literally over here telling you Kamala Harris, all this just crazy stuff. Abortion and pedophilia, transgenderism. He's promoting a candidate who's for all that stuff, not realizing that if he ever did have to defend Pan-Africanism, since he's the true Pan-African, bro, he would get eviscerated over all that degenerate, demonic shit that he's supporting. So when you guys listen to that stuff, yeah, man, you got a point. Dude, don't just look at somebody for what they're saying to you in the moment. Look at that person for what they support, the things that they believe in and the things that they defend. That's like me being like, yo, it's like in the world, white folks, right? White folks supported the hell out of Harvey Weinstein. When they found out he was raping them women, they was like, I don't give a damn how good the movies he make are. He's a pedophile, he's a rapist, he's going to jail. Black people are like, oh, he plays basketball good. So if he rapes women and molests kids, that's okay as long as he's shooting that ball. That's basically the same thing you guys are doing with Think Tank. You're listening to what he's saying, but you're not paying attention to what he's supporting. You're literally trying to, like, the things you agree with, you want to jump on the bandwagon with him for that stuff, but the degenerate, demonic, destructive stuff that he supports, you want to act like it don't exist. That's what they call sticking your head in the damn sand like an ostrich. You want to pretend like you don't see it. See no evil, right? No. There's a lot of evil in this world, and you got to identify and stay away from it. You don't even, to just quote the Bible, you don't even touch it. It doesn't matter how good it looks or what a good face it puts on. It reminds me of the queen. You heard the story of Jezebel in the Bible, Aunt Jones?
Yeah.
What did they say Jezebel did when Jehu went over there to kill her ass? It said that when she went up there, she when they came to see her, she put on all her makeup and got so beautiful. She adorned herself with jewels and made herself look gorgeous. It said, but when Jehu got up there in that tower, it said he could see straight through it. And he saw how evil she really was. And he threw her ass down out that window and she died and the dogs licked up her blood. That's black folks. We love touching something that's disgusting as long as it looks pretty at the time. We just love, it's like you dating a fat chick. You see her in the light, you disgusted. You don't even want to hold her hand when you walking through the mall. But when the lights go out, you all up in it. I ain't touching it even in the dark because I know what it looked like when the lights come on. But you can't hold black folks to that standard. We love playing in the mud, as I say. No, dude. Go ahead.
Black men, they'll sleep with anything, man.
Let me tell you this. If you go to jail and you a child molester, people in prison, pedophile or something like that, people in prison will kill you. Criminals have a standard in prison where they don't tolerate anything remotely pertaining to pedophilia or RAPE, rape, right? Afro Think Tank literally supports candidates who try to protect pedophiles. He literally supports candidates who want to get sex change operations for minors. All this stuff. Bro couldn't even survive in jail if they got his paperwork and found out he supported all that shit. Am I wrong, Anthony and Jones?
Yeah, you're right, but it's not the fact that he really supported. I don't think it's the fact that he really supported. Okay, all right, let's say he does support it, but I think the fact is that he's on this
That's like me. That's like me. I support P. Diddy, but I don't support people getting diddled.
Okay, but this the fact. I think he's just on that black woman worship shit. You know what I'm saying?
It
And
doesn't matter.
I don't know.
And I'm okay with that. Be on the black woman worship. But what does the fake black woman you are worshiping represent?
Okay, you're right. When you break it down to that, you're right. You're right. You know what I'm saying? But this I wanted to get to my
See,
my
this is
second
why
point, man.
you got to go back to church, because see, the Bible educated you on this. It said anyone loving a lie will not inherit God's kingdom. Anyone calling a good thing, a bad thing good, will not inherit God's kingdom. Now, you could take God's kingdom out of the situation, but bro, if you sitting up here calling people subhuman, degrading black men over their support of Kamala Harris with all the degenerate, demonic shit he believes in, you're loving a lie. You're calling something bad good. If this was ancient Israel, bro would have got put to death for that shit. Even in Africa, where he is right now, if they found out the things that he supports in America, bro, straight up tire fire, Aunt Jones, and you know it.
But that goes back to what you were saying. Black people are the biggest hypocrites in America right now.
Double standard.
But this is what I'm trying to say, man. I mean, I need black folks in America and probably all across the globe to stop blaming the white man for slavery. You can blame the white man for how he treated you during slavery, but you can't blame the white man for slavery. Like, let me give you an example. I was in the corner store like about a month ago, right? And there was this older gentleman. He was probably like in his 60s or whatever. And he was talking to the Dominican lady behind the counter. Oh, don't vote for Trump because Trump is gonna deport everybody and all that. So, you know what I'm saying? I have to listen to him rambling for like 5 minutes. I had to check him like, yo, listen, bro, stop with all the propaganda, because when you leave the store, these people gonna look at you and laugh at you, man. Because they know all the shit you saying is garbage. Mind you, the store is owned by Arabs, but the Dominican lady work up in there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he over there talking this, that, and the third, like, you know what I'm saying? They supposed to believe in the bullshit he's saying. Let people vote for whoever they want to, but stop fear mongering the people, man. But then I had to ask him, okay, if I come into your house and break into your house, you know what I'm saying, and do what I want to do with your wife and children and kidnap you, who you gonna blame for that? You know what I'm saying? At first he wanted to be like, yo, I'm gonna blame you, but then he had to think about it and say, okay, I'm gonna blame myself. So that's the same thing with the white man. You can't blame the white man for coming into Africa, and because you wasn't prepared, because you wasn't knowledgeable enough to start using gunpowder. You still there?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
You can't blame the white man because you wasn't on your grind to prevent the fact of him infiltrating your society and corrupting you in order for you to be a slave. You can't blame him for that. You should have been on point, man. Now you can accept the loss and say, okay, damn, yo, I wasn't on my game, and I got robbed and shit. Like okay, let's say you stand on the block and you selling drugs, right? And the next crew from down the block or whatever come and rob you. You gonna have to be like, yo, damn, yo, we wasn't on point, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't have our guns in us. You know what I'm saying? We was too lax. You know what I'm saying? We was just comfortable, man. You gotta blame yourself for taking a loss, man. But you can't blame the white man because he decided to rob you, man. Everybody, and this the problem I have with the ancestors, because they kind of put that in the air for a whole lot of years, maybe 20, 30 years, like, yo, the white man is evil. The white man is bad. Yeah, he might be bad, but he doing what he got to do out of nature, man. It's like survival of the fittest, man.
No, I don't even.
Can the gazelle blame the lion for eating the gazelle?
I don't even.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
I don't even look at white people as evil. White people are doing what they're supposed to do. They're ensuring their survival at the expense of others. The same thing every group does. A lion kills a gazelle so he could live. If he don't kill that gazelle, he's gonna die of starvation. I don't even think slavery was evil. Slavery ensured white survival. It helped white people thrive, and it helped white people build one of the greatest countries in the history of the world. Now, we also built the country too, but I don't think if it was the other way around, we would have had the same result. I just don't think that. If we didn't enslave them, I don't think we would have built America. We might have built something, but it wouldn't have been like America. Ultimately, what if you didn't fight to the death, you wanted to be a slave? Because I'm sorry, I'm not letting nobody beat my ass and rape my wife and all. You're just gonna have to kill me, dude. Because the way my ego is set up as a black man, I can't tolerate that shit. You ain't gonna be killing my kids and selling my kids up the river and stuff. And this is the worst part. Black people was up in Massa's house at nighttime. A black man slept in a room right next to Massa. A black woman, big titty black woman, made all of Massa's food. If you ain't poisoned that cracker or slit his throat while he was asleep, you see that movie, Django. And don't they got a scene where Steven giving Monster Candy a shave? Oh, no. Monster Candy, Leonardo DiCaprio talked about his daddy had a slave, and the slave used to shave his daddy face on the front porch whenever his beard grew out. He said a normal human being would have slit his daddy throat from ear to ear, but the slave didn't even think about slitting the man's throat and running off to freedom. And he said we got this natural subservience. And I don't think Candy was right. What I think is niggas love comfort. Any situation we're in, we could catch hell. But if there's even an hour where we can find comfort and relax and just shuck and jive and buck dance and sing hallelujah, we'll tolerate it. I mean, why do you think black people, these black men are cool going in and out of jail constantly? Because they like, it's bad, it's horrible, I can't get no pussy or nothing, but shoot, it ain't all that bad. We get some zuzus and wham whams and we get to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? They give you the most minimal level of comfort. And that's black people. If we have any comfort, we adapt to it. Like, and we just accept it. Because we kind of don't want more, right? We like, what do you want? You grew up around a bunch of dudes going in and out of jail, so you think that's par for the course for you. It's just, to me, it's absolutely ridiculous. It makes no sense whatsoever, but that's where our people are at mentally. I mean, you got dudes.
Like,
but
no, I was gonna say it's like black people are not territorial, man. They don't understand the nature of being territorial and just fighting for dominance and power, man. It's like I always give an example. Like, you know, when you be on a bus, on a charter bus going out of state, or when you be on an airplane, how when you be in your seat, there's only and you share a seat, the seat that shares a seat with another person, there's only one armrest. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna get that armrest, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man. You gotta be like, yo, listen. You gotta be like, yo, listen. All right, if you meet the person there and they got their arm on the armrest, all right, you might succeed and say, okay, all right, yeah, you got it. But if you there first and you already comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Why you gonna give up your armrest, man? And I feel like that's what black people do, man. They give up their fucking armrest, man.
Hey, let me give you a good example of this. This is a true story. So I'm coming back from Kenya one time, and I'm on a flight with KLM, and for some god awful reason, KLM flights are absolutely packed when you're coming from Kenya back to America, right? And just my luck, I get on the plane, and you know I'm big as hell. They sit me right next to this other big dude. He was bigger than me, right? I'm like, of all the people on earth, you scrunched the two biggest people on the plane right in the same damn aisle, right next to each other, right? So in between us, there's one armrest, right? Before I sat in that seat, I said, I hope this big ass Negro know. He wasn't black at all. He was a white guy. I said, but I called him a nigga in my mind. I said, I hope this big nigga know he is not going to get this armrest. Man, I elbowed the piss out of that nigga. Because look, I'm not sitting on the flight like this for the rest of the night, for the rest of the flight. That's 10 hours. I'm not sitting scrunched up, shoulders be fucked up. You scrunched up for 10 hours. That has a bad effect on your joints and stuff. I'm not sitting scrunched up for you. I don't give a damn who you are or how big you are. Man, I hit that dude with one of them Shaquille O'Neal elbow. Bam, he got the picture real quick. And look, this motherfucker sound like this for the whole flight. He sound like this for the whole flight. Shit, I didn't care. I'd rather his shoulders and back be hurting than mine. My ass awesome.
Real life, man. Real talk, yeah.
I would have whooped his ass over that damn armrest on that flight. He knew too. He felt the energy. I think his ass was from Amsterdam or something.
But that's a macrocosm of life, man. That's what life is about, man. You know what I'm saying? Fighting for dominance, man.
Bruh.
The black man, he don't want to fight for dominance in America, so he always want to blame slavery, and he always want to pick up the baton of equal justice or whatever. Fuck all that shit, man. Either you fight to win, or you don't fight at all, man.
I'll tell you what's black dudes will fight over: some pussy. Let it be a girl you like. Ooh, I like her. Your friend will break his damn neck to get up in her face before you, just so he can try to hit it. That we will fight over that. But in every other aspect of life, black people take what is known as the path of least resistance. We don't want to deal with nothing. We want it to be easy. We want to sit on the couch, smoke weed, play 2K, eat chicken wings. Shit, if we gotta get a job, we'll go work it. But we gonna go to that job and do as little work as possible that we got to do as possible to still get a paycheck. That's just the way it is. But we need to take that mindset into every aspect of life where we are fighting tooth and nail. Bro, listen, one of the groups that's growing in America quickly is like Indian people, right? And to be around Indian people, you got to understand how Indian people think. Indian people outwardly don't appear to be aggressive, right? Sometimes they'll turn up on you, right? But for the most part, they're pretty passive, and they're not trying to cause no static. One thing about an Indian person, though, you can't fuck with their money. They will try to haggle you for every penny. You sell them something, they're going to try to get it for the cheapest price possible. I was watching this video today, and this was a true testament to Indian people. This Indian guy came from India. He's a fitness enthusiast. He flew to America from India to go to Gold's Gym. Flew all the way to America to go to work at a Gold's Gym. He said, I went into Gold's Gym. The price for a day pass is totally ridiculous. He said, for one day, the price for a day pass is $50 for a 24-hour pass, right? He said, but if you work out and then go to the gym the next day, 1 hour or 30 minutes or even 1 minute before your day pass, your 24-hour pass expires, you can get 2 days for $25 each day. I said, bruh, these dudes, now I see why Indians be owning stuff. It's the way their minds work when it comes to interacting with other groups economically. I would have never thought to go to the gym the next day on the 24-hour pass 5 minutes before the pass expires so I could get another workout in on the same pass. And now instead of it being $50 per day, now it reduced the price technically to $25 per day. I would have never thought that. But this is what we call culture. Black people think culture is rap music. No, culture is the way a group of people thinks as a collective. Like almost like when Chinese people used to stuff their money in a mattress and didn't believe in banks. You go around, you could rob a Chinese, the homies used to go to Alhambra. That's where all the Chinese people live. Why y'all robbing houses in Alhambra? Because Chinese people don't believe in banks and they stuff all their money in their mattress. That's like a thing for good luck that they do. So if you hit any one of them Chinese houses, you know if you go in there and cut their mattress open or whatever, you go in their room, they're going to have a bunch of money stuffed in their mattress because they don't believe in banks. That is called culture. The way a group of people thinks collectively. That Indian dude, he literally, he saw that with the Gold's Gym pass, not because he's super highly intelligent or anything. It's because that's the way his people think as a collective. How can I make this more economically? How can I take advantage or exploit this situation economically to my benefit? That's culture. Listening to a nigga rap about killing other black people and some hoochie shaking her ass, that's not culture. That's not how black people think as a whole collectively. And if they do think that way collectively as a whole, then your culture is a death culture. And that's probably why black people are in the bad situation there. It's the way our minds work collectively. Our natural pivots, the conclusions that our minds naturally jump to collectively. See what I'm saying? That's culture. And our culture right now is bad. It's death culture. It's ignorant culture. And that's why we don't have success collectively as a whole. And you guys, you know, I hope that educated you guys on something. But yeah, man, you're talking.
Huh?
Oh, this is
Yeah,
another thing. When you talked about the dude in the liquor store, why the hell would anybody in that liquor store listen to him about who to vote for when black folks ain't got shit? That's what I don't understand.
It was a corner store. It was a corner store.
Whatever corner store, but it was owned by Arabs and the lady working there was Dominican. Why would they listen to his black ass when black people don't got shit? Don't even own barely nothing in their own neighborhood. Black people need to stop giving people advice politically other than other black people, and it's to vote against Democrats. If you've been doing the same shit you've been doing for 60 years and ain't got nothing to show for it, why would you then try to encourage somebody else to do it? If anything, you should be like, you didn't do anything, but just don't do what I'm doing. Don't that make sense, Ed?
Yeah, more than makes sense. Plus, it goes to my next point with this matriarchy in the black community. Because if black women, I mean, like I said, man, I don't got nothing against my black women. You know what I'm saying? I think they're the best, man. But it's the fact is, I don't think they're good leaders. Because if the black woman was such a good leader in the black community, we wouldn't be in the position we are, man. You know what I'm saying? Black women sell their children out at the highest rate out of every race, man. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you know, one time I was talking to my ex girl. Well, we still talking right now, but she like, you know what I'm saying, she my ex right now. But so I was like, yo, okay, in the whole building, there's only about 2 or 3 men that I see go out here to work while I'm going out here to work. So I'm like, okay, why isn't all the black women in this building getting together with their food stamps or with their collective income and opening up a damn grocery store? But y'all such good leaders. Y'all complaining about the goddamn men. But why don't y'all do something for y'all children, man? Because y'all the ones that spending the most money in the supermarkets and these damn stores. But y'all don't want to open up no fucking businesses, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to open up no supermarkets. Y'all don't want to open no corner stores. Y'all don't open up no laundromats. So stop complaining about the goddamn black man if you're not even with the black man. You single.
Why don't they at the bare minimum open up a candy house? Like, you know, back in the day, there would be a lady in the building who would sell everything they sell at the store, and then you didn't have to go to the store. You just go to her. You get your little snacks. Or, man, we had a lady when I lived in when I was younger. We lived in San Bernardino for a couple of years, which is about an hour from here. Out there, back in those days, it was everything was very, very like sparsely, like it was like spread out, right? So you needed a car to go everywhere. But you had all these poor black people who went and lived out there on Section 8 housing. They got their vouchers out there. They didn't have no cars. So what would the people do? These was Mexican ladies, though. The Mexican ladies would open up a candy house. And they didn't just sell candy. They had cigarettes in there, beer, freaking eggs, bread, cheese, butter. They would sell all that because they knew these women in these apartments, these big ass apartment complexes, had a bunch of kids, and they didn't have no car to make it to the grocery store. So to go to the grocery store, they literally had to like get on a bus and then travel back on the bus or catch a taxi with all their groceries. Well, they're not going to feel like doing that all the time. So if you stock all the stuff they would buy at the grocery store, the cheese, milk, bread, eggs, and stuff like that, guess where they're going to go first to get those things? And these women got food stamps, but would spend cash money with these ladies to buy these things. And if you wanted to still use your food stamps, those ladies would tell you to give them your food stamp card for the amount of stuff you wanted. They would take your food stamp card. They would go to the store and restock on their stuff with your food stamp card. And because, you know, they had cards and stuff, they would go to the store and restock with your food stamp. Yeah, with your food stamp card. We had cards back then still. Yeah. They would restock with your food stamp card, and they would just use that to supply the food. And you know, when you bought from them with food stamps, you had to give them double in food stamps what it would cost in cash. Those ladies were cleaning up. They was paying their rent doing that. Like 3 ladies were running that together, and they was paying all their rent with that and having money to spend. We don't even, as black people, we don't even try to like tap into that like smaller insulated economy. We sit and let other people do it. When you see the Jamaican in New York pushing the curry cart or whatever. I don't know if they still have that, but
nah, definitely not.
they used to have that, right? They used to have that, right? They push.
I can't never start seeing that.
Look, this dude used to have a curry cart, but he don't want to tell you. No, I'm just joking. But whether you got the guy, you got the guy pushing the damn corn cart, selling corn. That is a small. That's a.
But yeah, they still got the little like they still do little jerk chicken or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
stuff
jerk
like that.
chicken. Right. That's what I'm talking about. But my cousin used to call it curry cart, but they probably didn't even sell curry, but it's just Jamaican stuff. But so the whole thing is they're tapping into a certain economy that they have access to. They get to interact with these people before anybody. We don't even try to do that. We steady trying to tell people what to do politically, but got all these opportunities and don't take none of them. Our only hopes and dreams rest on, the Democratic Party gonna do it for us. Do you know how freaking stupid you have to be to think like that?
But that's what Carter G. Woodson wrote that book about, man. The miseducation of Negro, man. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, okay, your mother, she washes clothes for a living. Why don't you learn that trade and turn that into a laundromat? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you push peanuts and push the ice machine and turn that into a bigger, higher form of income? You know what I'm saying? But we don't want to start simple, man. Like you just said, man. You come to New York, you don't see no black people selling fruits and vegetables on the street, man. All you see is Spanish people, as far as Mexicans or whatever, and you will see the Arabs. The Arabs is getting into that game now because the Arabs are smart, man. They see how the Dominicans came from nothing and now they own grocery stores, man. Trust me, all these Arabs you see on the street in New York selling groceries on the street in New York, they're gonna have grocery stores in a couple of years, man. But they see that they have a market. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to capitalize on that market, man. But you know what I'm saying, you will have a couple people in the building on welfare, whatever, getting food stamps, but they don't want to go to the wholesale spot and get a couple of tomatoes and a couple of fruits or whatever and sell that shit on the corner. They too good for that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't want to push no damn fruits. You know what I'm saying? Like
you ain't even gotta push it. You could sell that shit in your building. Like, hey, if you need
exactly, you can sell that shit out your apartment. You can sell out your apartment, yeah.
Bro, it's facts. Let me I want to respond to this comment real quick. Y'all people kill me with this just get past slavery nonsense, but you wouldn't dare tell the so-called Jews to get past the Holocaust. To all Jewish people out there, get over the Holocaust. It doesn't matter anymore. You guys have Israel. Y'all over here, running shit militarily in the Middle East. Stop bringing up the Holocaust. I just told them. Do you feel better about that? This is what I'm telling y'all.
They did get over the Holocaust.
Jewish people use the Holocaust as motivation to become the economic leaders of this planet. You're not using slavery as nothing but an excuse. I don't tell black people to get over slavery. If you're going to talk about slavery, use it as motivation and fuel to be successful. But if you're going to sit up belly aching talking about somebody owes you something over slavery, miss me with that shit. It's not helping you at all. If it's not helping you, then don't bring it up. And I don't know any group of people who are talking about something that happened 100 years ago, 200 years ago today. Now, the Holocaust, it's almost 100 years old, almost coming up on 100 years. I don't think Jewish people will be talking about the Holocaust in 200 years. I just don't. Even there's some Jewish, I don't even hear Jewish people talking about the Holocaust anymore. Mostly I hear old Jewish people talking about the Holocaust.
Even though they do go to any Jewish community, they self-sustaining, man.
Exactly.
So that whole argument falls in on itself, man. You asking the Jews to stop crying about Holocaust, they don't gotta cry about Holocaust. You know what I'm saying? Because their communities is ran by them, controlled by them, and they getting that money.
And I don't see Jewish people. I don't see Jewish people like, man, I can't wait to go move into a German neighborhood. I don't see Jewish people like, we want to go back to Germany and live in a nicer. They're building their own reality. Black people want to just depress you with slavery and don't want to do nothing based off. They don't want to do anything because of slavery. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, it doesn't. do anything for me. Just talking about it and crying about it.
See, when you talk about slavery and black people need to stop talking about slavery, I think people think we need to stop honoring what our ancestors went through. I'm not saying that. I'm saying stop letting that control the narrative, man. The fact is, the simple shit. Just do this. This is all I want black people to do. The simple shit. Like, okay, before you go out, if there's any black woman under my voice that's a single black mother and they have children, before you go out to the store and send your children to school and go to the corner store and buy them an bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, just make that shit at home, man. Go get yourself a pack of bacon. Go get yourself a dozen eggs. Go get yourself a loaf of bread. And make sure they eat breakfast every morning. Just do that for me, man. That will not only save you about a $500-$600 every month, it'll instill a value in your children. I said, yo, damn, okay, my mother's waking me up at 5 o'clock in the morning. She's cooking us breakfast. She's making sure our bellies is full. So by the time we get to school, we ain't hungry. We ain't got to fidget and be like we got ADD in school because we ate already. You know what I'm saying? Just do that simple shit, man. Don't be walking your children to school 8 o'clock in the morning before you get on the bus or the train and gotta say, oh, yo, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese, and you giving your children a bacon, egg, and cheese. Yo, I didn't grow up like that, man. Even if I was eating porridge, man, my stepmother made sure we had something to eat every morning. Even if it was a cup of tea, man, she made sure she gave us something to eat, man. Even if it was a dry piece of bread, man. Just y'all do that simple shit first for man before y'all even complain about slavery, man. You know what I'm saying? Because slavery is not keeping you from feeding your children at home, man. Slavery is not keeping you from, instead of you going out there and buying some 4 chicken wings and fried rice for fucking dinner, you know what I'm saying? You cook your damn children some motherfucking sardines and some rice or whatever, man. Just instill that value in your children first, man. Because that's what
you're buying things that you can make at home. That
exactly, man.
And it really kills me when females do it. It's like, girl, you can't throw some bacon in the freaking skillet. Like, let me see that thing, that bacon press thing. Dude, I'll make my own freaking bacon, and I'll make it better than the store. That's the part that, well, you probably don't eat pork, but I just bought this thing. I just got this thing off of Amazon. I had some credit on Amazon. This thing's a bacon press. This is so you can make your bacon perfect. It presses the bacon down so it's flat and nice and crispy, right? But you want to go pay Jack in the Box and shit to make it for you. Like, that's so stupid to me. Like, and then you're talking about money. You don't got no hustle in you. You ain't got no hustle in you to go get some extra money to where you could do that and it doesn't hurt you economically. But you're in my face about slavery. But as soon as you get some money and get a good job, first place you move is with the white people who enslaved you. I don't want to hear that. Why do you get to it's like a person who's rich talking about slavery and racism. So you get on the white space and rub elbows with them and shuck and jive and buck dance for them and get rich. But then when you get in my face, I can't do that. You shaming me for doing that. Because what about slavery? That's what they do. It's they don't care about slavery. They just want to gatekeep you. They just want to keep you in a certain headspace so they can go reap the benefits of being in close proximity to the white man. That's what these celebrities are doing. This is what people like Kamala Harris are doing. Oh, you black, they victimize you. You think she's worried about being black when she's in the halls of Congress? Hell no. When she's up in the White House? Hell no. She got white people working for her, laughing and joking with them every day. But but then racism got to apply to you, and you got to be all worried about racism. Hell no. Why don't you worry about it and let me go sleep in your bed tonight where you got them white folks working for you, kissing your ass?
But let me tell you something before you go to Africulture, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, black people don't even really care about slavery globally, man, because how many African nations know that slavery is going on in Libya or South Sudan or whatever, and their brothers and sisters catching help? I ain't seen one African army march to Libya yet, man. I ain't seen one African army go to damn Sudan and said, yo, let me liberate our black people, man. Yo, Negroes don't care about each other, man. I'm sick of that.
Wait a minute. What about Palestine? I told a Syrian dude, he's all like, I hate our government, this crazy stuff. He's a friend of mine. He said all this crazy stuff. I'm like, all right, well, why don't all those Muslim countries surrounding Palestine get their armies together and go help them since Israel is doing all this genocide and because he's telling me I should care about what's going on. I don't give two shits what's going on in Palestine. Why would I care more than their own Muslim brothers care? Why would I care more than their own people who are ethnically connected to them care? They don't even care. Egypt could go fight Israel. They're not going to do it. Iran could go fight Israel. They're not going to do it. Lebanon could fight Israel. They're not going to do it. All those countries full of Arabs could go over there and at least tell Israel, back the fuck off, leave those Palestinians alone, or you're going to have a problem with us. They won't do it. It's not just Africans. It's people, period. Because at the end of the day, the number one law of the jungle is what? Self-preservation. It's not just a black thing. It's a human thing. It's a nature thing. You're not going to put yourself in danger for someone who's not even willing to fight for their own shit. Why would they fight for Palestinians? Palestinians, and I know what those Muslim countries are thinking. They're probably like, dude, listen, they're the ones who chose to vote terrorist regimes in as their political representatives. Now they're getting the results of that. That's their problem, right? So we're not going to defend. That's my problem. That's my same sentiment with Libya. And I believe that should be the sentiment of African countries with Libya. Libyans, black Libyans in Libya didn't do what they were supposed to do to take control of Libya and defend themselves. Now, Muammar Gaddafi got killed and they weren't prepared to defend themselves. That's not our problem. That's their problem. How the hell you go from in Libya? I think you could even own guns in Libya. I don't think they were a disarmed society. How did you get to the point where you're so damn weak that America, in our modern day, America run in and enslave you? Bruh, it would have been me or him, dog. I'm not about to be nobody's slave. We gonna bang it out. That's just the way it's gonna be. And if you couldn't do that, I don't care if I gotta fight you with a butter knife. You're not taking me, enslaving me, abusing me. And you know them Arabs is gay too. They like raping dudes and doing all types of stuff.
Hell yeah.
You're not getting me in a compromising position, bro. Sometimes a man gotta stand up for himself. And the men in Libya, they didn't stand up for themselves. But they're in that situation.
Listen,
I'm not right.
Most of
but
them,
I don't think nobody would jeopardize their safety and their ability to feed their family for a bunch of dudes who wouldn't even risk their own lives to protect themselves from being enslaved. I'm not pushing.
But check this out, man. Most of them people that's in Libya that's being terrorized in slavery, they came from West Africa and some parts of East Africa, man. They jumped out the fucking frying pan into the fire, man. You know what I'm saying? They thought they was getting a better deal, you know what I'm saying, by looking for a job in the new world or whatever, man. Yo, stick it at home, man. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta eat eat dirt, man. You know what I'm saying? Why would I go someplace else? You know what I'm saying? With a promise. That's like this old saying, you know what I'm saying? A bird in the hand is, how it goes? A bird in the hand is better than two in the bush or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You thought you was getting a better deal because you thought you was going somewhere else to get some bread. Yo, make your own bread at home, man. But then you got over there and you found out, oh, this is a real world, man. You know what I'm saying? You didn't learn your history. You ain't learned your history. You ain't learned that the Arabs. You ain't remember that the Arabs been trafficking you for the last 1,000 years, man. And you've been at war with these people for the last 1,000 years, man.
You bring up a very interesting fact because Africans do that a lot. I even have friends in Kenya. They want to go to Qatar and all these freaking Arab countries to work and make penny. It's peanuts what they're getting paid anyway. Oh, I want to go to Qatar. I want to go here and there. I'm like, do you realize that Arabs enslaved Africans for like damn near 1,000 years, and you want to go there? So when shit hit the fan, what you think they're gonna do? They're over there getting degraded anyway. They might get paid, but they still get treated like shit.
That's not that shit, man. The African is docile, man. The African is docile, yo.
People think, oh, these are native Libyans who are being enslaved. No, these are like Nigerians and shit who went to Libya. Yeah. People around the countries who went to Libya because they wanted to get access to the Libyan economy under Muammar Gaddafi. Now they're enslaved. I'm not chasing you. You should have known better than to take your ass over. There's no way, and there is no way in hell if I was an African from an African country in any country. Only reason I'm willing to go to an Arab country now, and even when I go, I don't be just lolly. Oh, I'm just hanging out because I know I'm an American citizen. They do something to me, they getting shit. They shit gonna get fucked up just on not even because I'm black, right? But they're gonna do something to, or they're scared. They kiss our asses a lot over there. But what I'm telling you is, any African, Arabs look at you like subhuman. They look at you like you're not even human.
Like
So they'll abuse
like food, man.
Let me get
I'd rather pick up. Let me say this real quick, man. I'd rather pick up a damn machete and go to war with my government than go move to a damn Arab country, man. You know what I'm saying? And one last thing I gotta say, man. I was talking to this brother the other day, man. I was like, yo, if I come back in the next life, I want to come back as a Russian Jew, man. A blonde hair, blue eye Russian Jew, yo.
Go ahead, Africa. Crazy as hell.
Yeah, man, I can't wait, till like our kids out here living in the real world, because like I just feel like they not gonna be carrying the baggage that we hypocritically carry, like the way we do in the same fashion or whatever. And I just think like they'll finally be able to like, make those moves that we were hoping that our group in America does, you know what I'm saying? Despite some of the things that they probably gonna face, like, being a very smaller population, moot population, amongst a whole bunch of other people or whatever. I feel like they'll be able to deal with other populations better than we was, like European based populations, Hispanic populations, Asian. I feel like they just gonna be better off because they not gonna be dealing with the stigmas or holding these stigmas that we got, like this slavery shit. Like, bro, I don't know. I don't know if I know some people probably had like grandparents or whatever that probably they experienced like a little piece of slavery or whatever. But like, I couldn't even talk. Like when my grandma was alive, I couldn't even get her to talk about, how she got to Texas. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even get her to mention anything about how she got her name. I couldn't get her to talk about anything about, slavery or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Most of our grandparents didn't experience slavery. They experienced sharecropping. Like my grandma was old as hell, like 90 something when she died. Their parents were in slavery. Like if it's your grandparents, her daddy's daddy was a slave. Her daddy was most likely a sharecropper, and so on and so forth. Because my grandfather, he was 99 when he died. My grandma's second husband, he was 99 when he died, and his daddy was a sharecropper. See, in Texas, no, in Arkansas, and my grandma's dad was a sharecropper in Terrell, Texas. So they're kind of removed from it too. And the thing is, black people didn't talk about slavery back in those days. Once slavery was done, black people was trying to go get it. They wasn't gonna waste 2 freaking seconds talking about no damn slavery. What you want to talk about that for? We out here trying to get money now. And when something is of no advantage to you, when you're trying to come up, you don't talk about things that don't matter. And it didn't matter. Black people were more worried about being accepted as American citizens than they were worried about talking about slavery. Because their dads would tell them about all the opportunities they didn't have. So once they got those opportunities, they like, boy, like if you were getting beat and had no autonomy, and then your kid was born and your kid was free, you're going to tell your kid, oh, man, you got to hold a grudge because you're a slave. You're going to tell your kid, man, go out there and get everything you can. Because
I couldn't get
everything you want your children to be better than you. But, man, if I tell you, these old niggas in our community, they hate the younger generation. That's why they're willing to put the psychological burden of slavery on us. They hate us. They don't want to see us do better. They're jealous of you. An old nigga will sit up and try to challenge you over a damn young female. You could be 25. An old 50-year-old nigga will sit up and try to dirty mac you so he could try to get some ass from a 25-year-old woman. You don't see that shit in other cultures. We are the people who have the generation of elders who never grew up. They never grew up. People 65, 75 years old walking around with the mindset of a 15-year-old kid. My grandma on my mom's side, man, the most immature person ever. Think like an idiot, like a 12-year-old female. Like, and is like 80, almost 80 years old. Like, and don't even see nothing wrong with the way she think. Just 100% divisive, always keeping some mess going. Like, I tell her, you act like a teenager and you old, you elderly, and you still thinking like a teenager. You just got to kick them to the curb. When that generation dies off, we'll be better off. And don't let them have access to your children, because they will indoctrinate your kids like no tomorrow. Have your kid on the victim train. The good thing is the generation following us, they pretty much rejected the slave narrative. You know what I'm saying? They look at slavery as something that doesn't have nothing to do with them. And I'm not saying it don't got nothing to do with them, but it doesn't have enough to do with their experience right now to where I need to beat it on, like I need to force it on them. Let them learn about what they're into. Go ahead.
My real quick, my point, that's the point, I was trying to make, like, yeah, she might have been removed from it, but she still went through, she lived at a time that we did not live in. And she wasn't sitting there trying to reminisce about it and get talking points and cool points and cookie points, brownie points and shit for that shit like you Negroes be trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And she experienced either slavery or sharecropping or Jim Crow. You know what I'm saying? And she wasn't sitting there trying to talk about it. She was moving on with her life. She had a good life. She lived for a long time. All her kids, which is my aunties and uncles and parents, they happy. They got a big family. They doing their thing. And my parents was entrepreneurs. And just to make you happy, bro, just like Brandon said, to all Jews, y'all need to get over that shit. Cause I don't give a damn about it. I grew up in school. I was going to school when they was trying to teach us about that shit. I did what I had to do to make a passing grade. But honestly, when I went back home, I didn't give a damn about it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, bro. Stop whining and complaining about slavery, bro. It's a thing of the past. Your ancestors that went through the shit, once they became free people, they wasn't like, think about that shit, bro. They was trying to get past that shit.
Damn, you muted, bro. You muted.
Hey, that hasn't happened in a long ass time. That's crazy. But we look at black people like we just was, even during Jim Crow, like we was just these subservient people getting punked and bullied. That's not the way that went. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're watching movies and stuff, that's the most extreme cases of something being dramatized for entertainment. My grandfather told me he grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas. He said, "Look, we didn't go to the white town under Jim Crow, white side of town, and they didn't go to our side of town. If they came across the tracks, we whooped their ass, and if we went across the tracks, they whooped our ass. We would get into it.
Okay.
If you own a store on the black side of town, you don't want the store owner from the other side of town coming to your side. He might get some ideas. You let him come over there thinking shit is sweet. He might try to open up a store over there and compete with you. Now he got a store on east side of town. Black people were very protective of what was ours back then. Black person will smoke a white person back in those days. It wasn't like, oh, the Klan gonna pull up. Black people had guns and all that. Why do you think black people were such big advocates of gun ownership? You might hear about somebody getting lynched by the Klan and stuff. Who were those people? Those were people who ventured into places they know they shouldn't have been. At times they know they shouldn't have been there when they were outside of the protection of their community. It wasn't no niggas just standing around watching white people grab a nigga up and put him up in a tree. That type of stuff didn't happen. Maybe during slavery or right after slavery, but in the 40s and 30s and stuff, hell no. You been and got you. Watch that movie, Devil in a Blue Dress. That was like in the 1950s, 1940s or 50s. Remember when Denzel Washington's cousin came? I think he came from Texas. You remember it was Don Cheadle? Y'all remember that movie? You remember that movie Agriculture? His cousin's name was like Mouse or something like that.
What's the name of the movie?
It's called Devil in a Blue Dress.
Man, I ain't gonna front. I don't remember it, dog.
Go watch that movie. Denzel in that movie had a cousin named Mouse. He was played by Don Cheadle. He said, man, they was when the little mobster dudes was trying to fuck with Denzel, he called his cousin from Texas, a little ass black dude. That nigga, bro, he was the most trigger happy person in the movie. Them people, them black people down there wasn't just laying down. They was thumping. They was packing. Yep. My grandfather, he told me, man, look, my grandma, the reason my grandma left Terrell, Texas to go to another part of Texas, her dad and the white man he was sharecropping with, they got into it over a piece of land that the white man said he wasn't going to work that season and told my granddaddy, my great granddaddy, you could go work that land and whatever you get off of it, you could keep it because I'm not working that land. My great grandfather worked that piece of land. And then when he got the yield from the land, the white man told him he felt like he should get a cut of whatever he made off the land. My great granddaddy whooped that white man ass. And then the white man was like, well, you got to get off of my land. And my great granddaddy left. They moved off of that land. That's not like black people just wasn't getting punked. I don't know why we have that mindset. Like we stood up for ourselves and all that stuff. There, Jim Crow was, you just can't come into our business establishments and stuff. That didn't have nothing to do with getting punked and bullied. That had to do with they had the right to refuse service. And guess what? To this day, businesses have the right to refuse service to anybody, just like Jim Crow. So where is the difference from Jim Crow? They could still be like, and they'll make a different reason. They just won't say it's because you're black, because they be calling in trouble. So I don't buy Jim Crow and no. Go get the context. Go ask an old person. They'll tell
old ass nigga like my daddy. He'll tell you. He'll tell you many stories about whipping white folks, bro. Like they used to have brawls, bro, fighting white folks.
Yeah, they used to have race riots, and people look at Detroit. Detroit had a whole race riot. Do you think if black people were that docile and punked, they would have tore up Detroit like they did, which made Detroit like it is now? Go ahead, laughing like Saget. Thank you for waiting, my brother.
Hey, thank you for the show. Shout out to the panel and shout out to the chat. My goodness gracious, man. Everything that I was about to say has pretty much already been said. But I mean, as far as like, the old Southerners, the old black Southerners being tough. I think another example of that would be some of those gangbangers that were in LA and Chicago. A lot of the toughest guys, they actually were originally from the South. I believe Jeff Ford up in Chicago. He was actually originally from Mississippi, wasn't he? If I'm not mistaken. So I think like a lot of people underestimate Southerners when it comes to toughness.
Who was from Mississippi?
It was either Jeff Ford or it might have been somebody else. I can't really think as of right now. But a lot of those gangbangers originally came from Mississippi, and I think.
Oh yeah, from the South for sure.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So yeah, but I was just I just said that just to add to the point that you were making. But throughout I would say throughout the past few decades, trying to put this image of the black man being docile, that was actually by the design, because if you notice, when black people were making the most strides, that's when the black man was actually at his strongest. So they had to do some type of social engineering to where like they'll try to make the black man weak, and thus once you weaken the black man, you take him out of the home, then that's when you can actually move in a whole bunch of crap to pretty much weaken and just take advantage of the upcoming community. Some people say, oh, it wasn't done on purpose. I think it actually was. I mean, just because of that,
No. No, you're 100% right. I remember my grandma telling me a story, and my grandma grew up in Georgia, in Columbus, about my great grandma. She used to clean houses when they were little kids, like rich white people houses. And my grandma slapped the dog piss. My great grandma slapped the dog piss out of a white lady for touching her hair. Oh, your hair's so pretty, and just reached her hand in my great grandma hair. And my great grandma, she didn't play that shit. She slapped the shit out of that lady, and the lady fired her and then hired her back to keep cleaning. Like, black people wasn't tolerating that shit, bro. Like, they came out of slavery. They know what they learned. They heard about what that was like. So they walked around like, I wish they would try. But I want to respond to this comment right here. Alexis says, we direct our aggression towards each other now. 100%. Why? Because now white people hold the keys. Well, in recent history, white people have held the keys to the resources. See, once we stopped doing for ourselves and building our own, and we started participating in the white economy, we subjected ourselves to the mercy of white people when it came to, we put ourselves at the mercy of white people when it came to access to resources. See, when we had our own grocery stores and all that stuff, we could aggress against them and not worry about the repercussions so much because they couldn't bar us access to the things we needed to survive. Now we can't aggress against them because they hold the keys to all the resources. They control access to the resources, and we've relinquished our access or our ownership of the means of production that we enjoyed in the past. So now we have to be nice to them, right? If you aggress against a white guy at your job, he fires you, and you got to work for a white person because they're holding most of the employment opportunities, right? So what do? You now hold that anger that you have for him and you take it out on somebody who look like you. Dr. Amos Wilson talked about this in Blueprint for Black Power, how we aggress against ourselves and against our families and our people who look like us when we are hurt or offended by white people, because we cannot aggress against them. A lot of dudes go to work, get degraded by their boss. They come home and beat their wife. They beat up on their wife. They beat up on their kids. And then lastly, they beat up on themselves, drinking themselves into a stupor, smoking themselves till their lungs is black, and they get cancer. We destroy ourselves because we can no longer destroy them because we need them to survive. They control everything. And I'm getting my more Pan-African back on that. But that's why we do that. That is a direct cause of that. So understand, know what's going on. Guys, we got to get out of here. So I'm going to give everyone 30 seconds to drop their final thoughts, starting with my boy Ant Jones.
Yeah. What I got to say is, man, listen, we not as unfortunate as we think we are. You know what I'm saying? We have the resources in our hand, and it's called our community. Let's just build our community. That's all I'm asking black people in America, black people in the Caribbean and the islands, black people in Africa to do. Just build your community, man. Just take whatever resources you got, whatever ability you got, and use that for your beneficial. Use that for your benefit, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta look for the white man to come save you, man, because he can't even save his goddamn self, man. He in a war right now with all the other races, you know what I'm saying, with the Asians trying to survive, man. Black people need to be self-preservationists right now, man. We need to take what we can do. I don't care if you live in an apartment building, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in that apartment building decide, yo, when summertime comes around, when the springtime comes around, we gonna grow some food on the roof. Y'all invest in some resources, and y'all put some tomatoes and some lettuce on the roof or whatever, man. Just do what you gotta do, man. You got whatever piece of plot of land you got, man. You know, just try to do something with whatever you got, man. Work with each other, man. You know what I'm saying? If there's one person in the building that cooks food, man, let him or her cook food for everybody in the building, and y'all come together as community, man. Y'all feed each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all strengthen each other. Y'all nourish each other, man. Stop looking for the outside people to help you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The China man can cook 4 chicken wings and fried rice. You can do that shit in your household too, man. And you can feed a whole bunch of people with that shit, man. Feed your children, nourish your children. You know what I'm saying? And also, you know what I'm saying? Black women, stop trying to lead the household, man. Let the black man lead the household, man. And y'all vote for Donald Trump, man. You know what I'm saying? He might not be the best of the best peoples, you know what I'm saying, but he damn sure better than this Kamala Harris character, man. And that's all I gotta say,
man. Hey man, listen, that's the good thing about California. You could grow food year round. That's why I tell black people, just move to California. You could get so much money out here, it's not even funny. So much money is in California. Oh, it's too expensive. There's a reason why it's expensive, because there's a lot of money out here. This is like probably the biggest economic market in the country. One of them easily, if not the biggest. 5th largest economy in the world, or 6th now. But dude, it's so why do you think Mexicans and stuff come out here? They love it's so much money. We could open up the curry cart on the corner right next to the Mexican burrito stand and just make a killing. But yeah, and for real, where the hell you live, man? 21 Jump Street, just sirens and shit going off all damn while you talking and stuff. That's crazy.
You talking to me?
You know, yeah, I'm talking to you.
No. I'm in a little quiet spot. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
bro live on 21 Jump Street. He live on NYPD
yeah.
Blue.
And stop talking about the curry cart, man. It's the
Bro live on 102nd Street.
Nah, I'm on 139th Street, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's the jerk chicken spot, man. There ain't no curry cart.
How far are you from one? How far are you from 125 in St. Nick? Or what is the street they always say in the songs and shit? 145th Street.
Well, I'm like, yo, 6 blocks from 145th, man.
Oh,
6 blocks from 145th, and then they're like about 3-4 blocks from St. Nick, man. I'm in the hood, man. I'm in the hood.
That's because you're rich. Because I heard they gentrified that whole area.
Nah. Where I'm at right now, I'm on Broadway, where there's a lot of Dominicans up here. It's all Dominican time right up here.
The Dominicans held it down, huh?
Yeah, you go 2 blocks over, it's all black people, man.
Okay, it's all black people. Okay, cool, man. So Harlem is still black?
I mean, yeah, basically. I mean, you got the white people out here, but you know what I'm saying, Harlem is still Harlem, man. You're gonna have to pry these Negroes up off the corner, man.
That's what I like to hear.
They ain't going nowhere like that, man. You got to pry them off the corner, man. See the one thing that's saving New York from gentrification is the housing projects. There's too many housing projects in New York, so until they break down the housing projects, man, there's always gonna be black folks, you know what I'm saying, solidified in New York, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we run the housing, man.
Sounds good, man. Thank you. Hey, go ahead, my brother. Africulture. 30 seconds, even though Ann Jones took an hour.
Yeah, man. I like Ann Jones when he more clear and laid back. But yeah, you make a lot of sense. But yeah, y'all need to get out there and vote, man. Like, I don't know if y'all live in Texas, but early voting already started on the 21st. Go ahead and go there while the the poll booth is laid back. You can get in and get out, and you don't gotta wait no long line. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, black folks not no victims. So stop trying to use that shit for your convenience. I'm done.
Thank you, my brother. Straight to the point. Hey, yeah, go vote. Early voting has started everywhere. They mail me something, but I'm not doing a mail-in ballot. I'm going to a poll and I'm inputting my thing myself. I ain't letting no mailman have my damn vote, because you don't know what these mailmen do. They probably taking the shit to a river and just dumping them shits in the river or something. Let's dump Trump and hire Leandre's mom. No, I'm just kidding. Trump 2024, jerk. Thank you, Truth, for early voting. We need to do a show for everybody who voted on November 5th. Okay, let's go. Laughing like Saga.
Yo. I'm just gonna make this short and quick because I know Brandon been on here for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. He's ready to get the hell up out of here. I can tell. But look, I'm gonna vote for Trump. I'm not even a full-blown conservative. I'm mixed with conservative and libertarian values, actually, and I'm registered as an independent. But here's the thing. The bigger picture is that us Black people, and people have already said it, but we need to be more self-efficient, and we need to stop looking to our politicians to pretty much save us. Because at the end of the day, these politicians, they are just simply employees of the state, nothing more, nothing less. And you have the power in your own hands to make changes, in your own life. So, and amongst us, it seems like we just seem to have a problem with idol worship. Like, for example, with LeBron James. And don't get me wrong, I like LeBron James. I actually was a fan of his. But at the end of the day, he is just a person, and you can't really just go off of what other people are saying. You have to find that strength within yourself to actually do something, within the world. And that's the problem with a lot of Black people. Not all, but a lot of Black people. They just want to be followers. At a certain point in time, we used to be more innovative, and now it's like we're just trying to, copy everybody else instead of actually create something to actually push out to the world, that would be more tangible. So with that being said, Black people, take care of yourselves. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, my brother. Guys, it's not too late to contribute to the stream. I forgot I want to play this bonus footage because I don't want to leave on a negative note. Hey, it really does seem like politically a lot of Black people are waking up. The brother Greg Foreman over at Black Conservative Perspective played this video that he ripped from somewhere else, so I'm ripping it from him. This video brought a smile to my face.
Right? It's very simple.
Oh yeah, bro. Let me ask you.
Come on, bro. Harris
no
backwards, bro. What? Harris? Man, we not voting for that, man. We voting for Trump, man.
Talking in the middle of my video.
Man, we not.
What you say?
Nah, I was like, you ain't got no contributions tonight, man.
I'm gonna call him out in a second.
All right, I'm gonna send you a little something, man.
I get my allowance this month. Thank you.
Yeah. I know you be begging and shit, man.
And he's my non-biological dad. He's about 57 years old.
I ain't your dad, man. I'm your big little brother, man. I ain't your dad. How
old are you, Ann Jones?
I'm about to be 49 next month, man.
Oh, you can be my dad. I'm gonna call you dad. Dad,
at 10 years old. At 10 years old?
Yep, you was out there smacking them down. I know a nigga named Jeremiah. He had a baby at 12.
All right, so I'm your dad.
I believe you.
He got like 8 kids. I'll call his brother on the phone right now. He got 12. He got like 8 kids now. Bro been having kids since he was 12.
Bro, I'm your big little brother, man.
This is my big little brother from New York. I'm gonna come to New York and mess with you, man. Don't be fake. Don't be like, I don't know. I'm busy.
Nah, come through, son. Come through, man. I'll show you around, man. We can get it on, man. Come through, man.
Go look for Alexis Fowler.
Come through. I ain't like what's his name? That dude, man, with the school, man. I ain't him, man.
Kumar?
Come through, man.
Oh, you mean Q Butter?
Yeah, Q Butter, man. Fuck out of here, man. Come through, man. Come through. I got you, man. I gave you keys to the city, man.
Them damn receding dreadlocks.
Simple. Who you voting for? Trump. Come on, bro. Harris does backwards, bro. What? Harris. Man, we not voting for that, man. We voting for Trump, man. Why? Man, we not with none of that, man. Chuck be looking out for the Black community, man. We ain't doing nothing, man. I respect. You all good, my boy. All right, man. Just move. And who you voting for, Trump or Kamala? Man, Trump. We ain't that Indian ass, man. Who, Kamala? Yeah, we ain't. Why you don't for her? Because she them immigrants. I'm black. Them Venezuelans taking all our bread. They out here creating gangs. They had gang banging, breaking in bandit cribs, all type of good shit. We ain't with it. So you don't like an open border?
I gotta be Chicago.
We need that border. Hey, what are your thoughts on when Trump got shot? Man, hey, don't try to take my boy out. Make America great again. Hell yeah. Make America great again. Hey, Trump or Kamala? Shit, Trump, be honest. Damn, so why Trump though? Why Trump? Because Shit, we used to get paid and shit. Like he used to keep immigrants out, so you know we was able for us to get jobs. It's hard for us to get jobs now, shit, because immigrants taking over. So you know the Venezuelans? I ain't gonna lie, they taking our jobs and some more shit. They do it better than us though, but they taking our. Man. I heard they're taking over the buildings. Is that true? Hell yeah, boy.
You might not like the man and everything that he says, okay, but that is not what matters the most. What matters the most is the leadership. It is the results, okay? And you can't Kamala Harris. And this is especially hilarious. Take a look.
What are your feelings? And let me start with the women here about Kamala Harris.
She's a woman of color. I'm not putting her down because of that, and I'm not putting her down because she's a woman. I'm not a feminist, so I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, I don't think that she has the personality. I don't think that she has what it takes to go up against Putin and go up against these other presidents that are built for this. I don't want to be scared because my president is scared. I want my president to feel secure and manly and about it.
We brought up gender, right? Like, do you think it matters that she's a woman and people aren't comfortable having a woman in a top leadership role?
No, I don't think that, because most men, they love their mothers. They love their wives. So as a woman, most men, they respect the woman, but she just don't have the qualification or the education to really run America, because she don't have the experience. She don't understand our struggles. And for me to believe you for another 4 years, you're crazy.
Right.
Like, you're crazy. You're saying the same thing that you said 4 years ago.
So the fact that she's the vice president,
that's
to
just
you
the
is
bottom
enough.
line.
You're like, you've been here, you've had a chance.
Yes. Well, for me, the very first time I ever heard the name Kamala Harris, it was in association to locking up parents for truancy. That was the first time I ever heard of her name. And I really didn't understand how this person claims to be a Black woman, but yet she's locking up Black women and Black men and separating families.
This is a thing that is, Trump talks about this a lot. He says, you know, Kamala Harris became Black when it was convenient.
Right. Yeah.
Can you talk to me about, do you agree with him on that? Do you feel like she's wearing her Blackness?
Absolutely. She's sworn into when she sworn to the Senate, it was as the first Indian American.
Thank you.
Which is, it's fine. We don't care.
We all know she's not Black. Let's understand that. We are all clear of that. But my point of view, like I told you earlier, she's already been there. She's in office right now.
Wow.
No, people tell me I'm not Black. Brandon, you're a coon. You're this. They're the coons. What I believe, I think like a Black person, a real regular run-of-the-mill Black person. Most Black people think like I do. We know she's not Black. I've been saying that from jump. I was telling y'all that before Candace Owens. Listen, as God is my witness, whoever watched this channel on a regular basis, did I not say that picture of that Black woman, Kamala Harris, is standing with that picture? Did I not say that's not her mama? Before Candace Owens proved that is not her mother, I looked at that picture. I said, that is not Kamala Harris' mother. That is probably a maid or something. This was months before Candace Owens did the expose. How did I know that? One, they don't look nothing alike. Two, I know that she's not Black. Y'all need Candace Owens to go do the digging and prove it to y'all. Black folks have something called intuition. I could look at that picture and say, that ain't her damn mama. Even just the way they standing and all that. Just the way, listen, I mean her grandma. Even the way they standing and all that. I was like, that's not her big mama. It's no way. I told y'all come to this channel, y'all gonna get the insight based on what I know for a fact and based on my intuition. And I'm telling you, I don't always get it right, but I rarely miss. I told y'all before, Candace, that is not her mom. That is not her grandma, and she is not Black. Now, Candace Owens then proved it to y'all. But I already knew, because I know us. I know my people. I know Black people intimately. Pause. And if you know Black people like I do, you could look at the way a person acts and be like, that person's Black. That person's not Black. Just the way she carries herself. So her father is not a Black Jamaican. And all Jamaicans aren't Black. Her father looks to me more Asian or Indian. There's Indians that's darker than black people. I know a girl. Her mama is white. Her daddy is an Indian. She looks like a mixed black person, but she's not. Ain't got a lick of black in her. Her daddy is Indian, dark skin, and her mama is white.
Go look at her sister. Go look at her sister. They got images of her on Google, bro. She's obviously South Asian.
Man, that's what I'm saying. And they got the same damn daddy. Kamala Harris has done cosplay. Kamala Harris is doing a Rachel Dolezal, and what she has working for her is the fact that she went to a HBCU, because that's what every Negro brings up. Oh, she's black. She went to HBCU. So now going to a HBCU means you're black?
I know white people who went to HBCUs, so that don't mean shit.
That's what I'm telling you.
Mexicans, everybody.
This is Kamala Harris' sister. In no way does Kamala Harris' sister look black at all. And they got the same daddy, unless her mama was a hoe. So tell me this. This woman, no one would say to this woman, oh, she's black. No one would say that. So you telling me they got the same mama and daddy, and this woman don't look like no black woman you ever met. She looks like a pure Indian.
She looks like she'll make the hell out of a tiki masala.
Look, she looks like she's doing more than that shit with them little white people lips. But honestly, they got the same daddy, sister. No one considers her sister to be black. Her sister don't be like, I'm a black woman. None of that shit. But guess what? Now these women standing next to her, these women are black. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? If y'all can even see that.
Wait, ain't her sister married to a black man though?
I don't know, probably.
I think she is.
Who is that? I'm just telling y'all.
I ain't gonna lie. Little sister's cute, man.
Yeah, I mean, Kamala was fine back in the day. You know, I'm not gonna knock her looks. She's just not black. She's not black at all.
Both of them.
You said what?
Oh no, I was just saying I would smash both of them, especially the younger sister.
I mean, Kamala's old now, and I don't like that little gut she got going, like where she tries to hide it under that suit by buttoning the top button. That looks to me just so unprofessional. Yeah, Kamala's a pure Indian. I knew that. I said that from jump. And Gito, you remember, I was like, she's not black. She's Indian. I'm in California. It's a bunch of Indians. Yeah. I know what an Indian look like. I know what a black person it looks like. They dark skinned, a lot of them, but they're not black. So they can say what they want to, but that alone to me should be a big turnoff for black people as far as voting for Kamala. You don't steal my identity to get votes because you don't got no relationship. How do you fight harder for Hispanic immigrants than you do for black people, but you black? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't even make sense. But guys, contributions.
Let me say this one last time, man. It don't matter if she black or not, man. She's just bad for business, man.
She's a bad candidate.
If she
was black, I would
see the white man. See, this is the problem I got with the white man, yeah.
You about to go off the left. You doing good. You about to mess up.
Nah, because the white man that moved so far left, man, he had this shit right at the beginning, man. He had that shit in lockstep in the beginning, man. I don't know where he went wrong, but he gave his damn woman too much power, man.
The white man went wrong when he lost control of his ability to discipline his children. When he took away our control,
that too.
Our children, and when he took away his own ability. And that's why I say, damn, qualified immunity for the police officer. They need qualified immunity for the parents to whoop their kids' ass again, because that's the only thing that's going to fix this. When kids don't have no direction and feel like you can't do nothing to them, they are willing to go to extremes in the name of immaturity. Really what it is, immaturity, right? Children need discipline. Children need their parents to guide them and teach them. If you don't got nobody who could teach you and correct you when you're wrong, even if that has to be physically, you're just out here lost in the sauce. And that's what's going on with our society. We have a whole generation now that's lost in the sauce. They have no sense of identity because your identity comes from your parents. You know when your mama whooped your ass? That she was beating the identity into you. You know when your daddy was us, he was beating the identity. He was teaching you who you are and who you are not. You know what I'm saying? You're not a weed smoker because your mama gonna knock your ass in the next week.
Especially white children need their ass beat the most, man.
You're not a kid who ditches school. There may be kids at your school who ditch school, but you're not one of those kids because your mama gonna beat your ass, and your daddy, if he catch you, he gonna beat your ass. Let me shout out the people contributed. Shout out to my boy Hakeem for keeping the party going in a major way with the $10 holler in the Cash App. Brother was the first person to drop coin on your boy, blessing the channel, and it's still not too late. The link is in the comments. Next, shout out to my boy JP from the LB. We got some business that we about to handle, me and him, right? And we got some things that's about to go on next month, me and my boy. Don't worry about that. If you know. Next, shout out to Patricia, my girl, dropping the $10 holler in the Cash App. I appreciate my sister. And shout out to Aunt Jones for dropping the $20 holler in the Zelle. Thank you, my brother. Not only did he get up here and bless us with his intellect, he contributed to the stream in a monetary way with the type of contributions that fold, not just the ones that jingle. Thank you, my brother. And last but not least, the big boss contributed to the stream in a major way with the $50 Cash App contribution. Red Pill Zulu, the brother himself. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Judy Jones, you in the comments. I'm still waiting for you to come set foot on your OAP land in Kenya. We have been good stewards of the land. Your beacons are still there, and we are just waiting for you to come to Kenya and bless us with your presence, my sister. Get out of Ghana. It's dirty. Come to Kenya to Black civilization. Thank everybody who contributed to the stream. Thank everybody who watched this stream. And y'all let me know in the comments before I click off. Did y'all like this format? Did y'all like what we did here? Because we could just keep the party going. Honestly, I talked to Africulture Concepts today. I was like, what you think I should do? He told me some things, and I just was like, let me do it because, I know how to make it happen. So just let me know what you like. I know you guys get tired of political stuff, but as you know, we do cover politics for the month leading up to the election. I've done that every single year. That's what we do on this channel. So when it gets to be like October, y'all need to be like, okay, he's going to be talking about politics as well. Just stick with it. It's not nothing that's going to hurt you. Actually, it will inform you on what you should do. I know Leandre Willer is secretly voting for Trump, by the way. So, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate everything y'all do for me. Please, until the next time, do not forget, take care of yourself. But most importantly, what? Take care of each other. Peace.